Welcome back, stoners and D&D gamers. We are Magical Munchies. And I like to remind everyone that Neil Patrick Harris is a gross person who had a cake made of Amy Winehouse's autopsy right after she died. And really, if we think about it, he is just another balding white twink, and we really have enough of those. I much prefer Katya and Trixie anyway. Your DM for the evening.
That was so fucking
Now
chaotic.
let's go ahead and meet our gaming smokers. You like that?
Yeah. I have to fix my audio. There we go.
Starting with Moon.
I got this. I actually came prepared with an intro. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I don't know, dude. I think everyone's jealous and shit because I'm like the lead singer of the band. And I think everyone's got a problem with me, dude. I think they should take it up with me after the show.
Is that Eminem?
It is.
I recognized it immediately. I was just like, that's B12.
That's D12. Because I'm a bard. Just take it up with me after the show.
I'm the lead singer in my band. Okay, anyway. Blue, your turn.
Hello, I'm Blue. I am not pretty, I'm not beautiful. I'm just as radiant as the sun. And I'll be playing your sun elf Balfarin.
I like that. That was a cute little intro.
It's a Hunger Games 12.
It was good, I liked it. Bunny.
Damn, y'all all had really cool intros. I didn't have anything planned out. Hi, I'm Bunny. I'm playing our favorite monotone character. I can't remember his name. Enid.
Can't remember your own character's name. It's only been a week. It's fine.
It's only been a week.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day.
No, it's okay. I get it. I almost called you Prickles.
I'm Zomb. I'm here to commit crime and murder as
Kermit?
Sir
You said
Bob.
Kermit.
Yeah.
I hate it. I'm a Kermit slip and slide or whatever. Alright! Before we continue our wonderful summer campaign, University of Carmarthen, I'd like to cover some trigger warnings our campaign may cause to our more sensitive listeners and viewers. Please keep in mind that this campaign will contain the following: gore, mutilations, sexual activities, drug use, abuse of all forms, psychological distress, body horror, possible animal harm, and a lot of swearing. Remember that our campaigns are rated R and intended for an adult audience or with parental approval. This campaign is a horror comedy campaign. Watch or listen with discretion. You guys excited to combat?
Womp womp. I'm ready.
I'm dying.
I'm
Because
dying.
it's starting immediately.
I'm not dead.
Do you remember the order?
And we are actually starting. Yep, the initiative order got kept after with the last session. I did not change it, which means Enid is first.
Yay! Love being first. Okay.
Remember, there are 5 fairy dragons, and there are 2 beholders, and a zombie beholder behind you. So technically 3 beholders, but the zombie beholder is weaker.
Okay. How far away are the beholders from me?
I'd say they're everybody is within 60 feet.
Been 60.
So
feet.
from you specifically, who are you next to? Because I think Moon's character was in between yours and Blue's, I believe. So that
I walked
puts
to
you
the
closer
center.
to Sweden. Yeah. Okay, so then you're, I would say, about 30 feet from the closest beholder.
Okay. Can I use my short sword on... What are the HPs of the 3 beholders? Oh wait, you can't tell me that. Never mind. I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm really out of it today.
I wish you could have seen the face that I made. All I did was like smile awkwardly at my microphone.
Oh my
Like,
fuck.
I've been
they
so
have
happy.
HP.
They
Okay.
have an HP.
Are you
So-
asking what their AC is?
I'm just trying to figure out which one's close, like where they are in my head. Sorry, I'm the one
They're
closest.
30 feet. The closest one is 30 feet away from you.
I'd like the closest one with the short sword.
Alright. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Crossing my fingers. 13 plus 7. 20. Unnatural 20.
An unnatural 20, it does hit. Alright, so go ahead and roll for your damage.
7.
It is now one of my fairy dragon's turns. And this one is the one that's going to be going after Balforin. As it slinks around and moves around your legs. Alright, I'm going to need you to do a DC wisdom saving throw. I don't know why I keep saying DC. Just do a wisdom saving throw. You're going to try to beat an 11.
18.
Perfect. You see the dragon puff up again, blowing out that pink smoke, but this time does not keep you trapped in place. For this next turn, you have movement. So you're no longer frozen.
Bit.
And that was that fairy dragon's turn. Another fairy dragon turn. This one's going after Enid as you are closer now. It's gonna roll to bite you.
Sorry. You told me to. I heard that you were
Hi.
rolling. Bite me. Yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine. Just try to stay focused.
Oh, I'm focused. I just didn't know if you asked me to roll something, and I was like, I didn't hear it.
No, I was asking you if a 19 hits. What, like, does a 19 hit your AC?
Yeah, I didn't hear that. Sorry.
No, you're fine. What's your AC, hun?
14. So yes, it hits.
Okay, so it does hit. Alright, you are going to be taking 15 damage. As the fairy dragon rattles its tail, similar to a rattlesnake, before snapping at you and biting you.
Yeah, that took a lot of.
It is now Blue's turn. How you doing, Blue?
Get me out of here. I just wanted to
Very
leave.
immediate.
I'm not even the one that attacked it first.
That was for Bob, wasn't it?
God damn it, Bobby!
I'm like, can I leave? It's like, no.
God damn it, Bobby!
Why not? Because you in my home, bitch.
I love King of the Hill. Alright, so what would you like to do, Blue?
Okay. Fairy dragon is still behind me.
In
Who
front of
else?
you. It's in front of you.
Okay, right. It puffed the smoke in front of me. Who else is around me? Or what else?
There is another beholder about, I would say, 20 feet behind you.
Okay. Fuck. Can I want to talk to the fairy dragon again. I want to say in draconic, fuck, only 5 words. Damn. Are you with beholders? The beholders? And I'm gonna like point behind me.
So are you with beholders?
Mm-hmm.
Bet. Okay, are you with the beholders? That's 5. That's 5. That's good. She hisses at you before looking past your shoulder towards the beholders. We are not with each other. We simply share the den. And you can
Okay.
feel her words pounding inside of your skull.
Okay, so they're not necessarily allied. Okay. Look. I want to try and get away. Again. We're in a cave, right? A cave.
You're you're kind of like in an enclosed cave area.
Oh,
And then behind you is the tunnel that leads out into those other tunnel systems, because there was 3 tunnels in total, and y'all went down the middle one.
right. La la la, can I?
So many options, so little time.
Is there any like
Okay.
loose rubble on the ground, like
Yeah, there are
stone
some
or
stones and
something?
whatnot. There are like some there are some loose stones, rocks. It seems to be that's what was making the noises when the dragons were climbing around the walls that you heard earlier.
Okay. On the ceilings above us, since we're in a cave-like structure, is there any kind of like maybe like stalagmites or something that are directly above me and the dragons?
Yeah, there looks to be as if there's like hanging pointed stones.
I want to try and use catapult on one of the stalagmites above us, and I want to try and drop that on the dragon.
I'm also gonna need you to roll for dexterity, so you could do both, but I'm gonna need you to roll dexterity to make sure that you only hit one.
Okay.
And
Dex save.
do you have dark vision?
I do.
Okay, so it's gonna be a regular dex and a regular roll.
Okay. Dex.
Because you're not dodging out of the way, you're just trying to make sure that you're angling.
Dex was 18.
Alright, that dex was 18, that's gonna hit, so it's going to hit just one, so you're gonna be able to angle it and hit it right. All you have to do is be able to hit it.
Okay, and then for catapult, the dragon has to make a dex save of 15.
Alright. It failed by 2.
On failed save, the object strikes the target and stops moving. When the object strikes something, the object and what it strikes each take 3d8 bludgeoning damage. Okay, let me push it.
Alright, roll that 3d8. I think you might kill my dragon.
18.
Yeah, you killed my dragon. Fuck you. Fuck you for killing my dragon.
I tried to talk out of it, okay? I tried to talk my way out.
You all watch as Balfarin aims and catapults up to these hanging pillar-like spiked stones, and you watch as one gets knocked loose as it comes down, and you can hear the dragon's scream only happen for a couple of seconds before it is immediately impaled. And almost all at once, all of the dragons begin screaming in anguish, and the scene around you begins changing rapidly from a forest to a volcano, and then suddenly you are in the orchestra hall, and the dragons and the beholders are gone.
Is this a delusion?
Yeah, right?
Probably.
You're not out of combat!
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How far in front of me was the corpse in the stone? Like, how far was that dragon?
The corpse is still there. It's about 5 feet in front of you, so it's in that perfect distance of if you moved, it could have gotten a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
But that same distance of the pillar missing you just by like that little bit. But it is dead on the floor, crushed into the now tiled flooring, marbled flooring of the orchestra hall.
Okay. I still have my. Okay.
Behind you, you can see the door, and you can see through the glass of the door in the wind blowing. You can see the police tape that is now blowing in the wind, and the keyhole is glowing red.
No.
Ooh.
Sir Bob, on the other side of the door, you can hear Froglina looking around for you.
Oh no.
Can we hear it too?
No, just Sir Bob.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
I need you to roll a DC 18 wisdom saving throw.
Me?
Me?
No, Sir Bob only.
You.
My goodness.
Sir Bob, as you look around at your friends, you watch as they suddenly morph into different horrific creatures, as it looks as if Zarya is ripping her own face off of her skull, becoming something ragged and bony and sharp. You can see Belfrin pulling hair out of her head as she's ripping at her own skin, becoming a hag, and Enid is shriveling and shrinking and melting as you're watching him becoming some strange skin, like flesh like gelatinous cube.
Ew.
And you feel fear.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
all watch as Sir Bob, as he stares at you, begins to look more and more terrified.
I'm gonna start looking around. Like,
My
what the
knees
fuck?
are shaking.
How you
God
shaking in your
damn.
boots?
Knees weak, mom spaghetti.
For me, though, all I see is the orchestra normal, though.
You don't hear the orchestra or anything like that, but inside the orchestra hall, it looks like a regular grand opening to the orchestra hall. You're in the reception area. You can see the trophies on the wall. There's a little bar area. It's very nice in here, very well kept. But you can see when you're looking down at the marbled flooring, little droplets of blood.
Gross.
Damn, and I still have a movement. Damn. Well, Balfrin's not gonna know if things physically change. If I want to just squat down to touch the floor, is that still an action?
You can absolutely do so. As long as you're not moving. So, you shouldn't be able, like, as long as you're not picking anything up or anything like that, but you squatting would be, I believe, your movement. But, like, if you're touching anything on the floor, you're fine. And it only uses up a little bit of your movement, not all of it.
Okay, so it's not my whole, like, 30 feet.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
No,
so I want to do
it
that.
doesn't work like Baldur's Gate. Not this campaign. This campaign doesn't work like Baldur's Gate.
I want to squat down to feel if this is marble or does it still feel like the dirt and
It
stone
feels
around?
cold to the touch, like a marble flooring should. The blood feels real. You can feel the wet droplets against your fingers as you rub your fingers together. Smelling it, bringing it up to your nose and smelling it, it smells like that copper irony smell that is associated with blood. But as you're smelling it and you are pulling in all of the scents, your mom is a chef. You know different types of animals. You know what the different types of animal blood smells like. You've also been in adventuring academies before, and your last college was an adventuring academy. You know the different smells of monster blood as well. This one, though, smells like it comes from something that might be a humanoid, which means it could be from a person from the school. It wouldn't be blood associated with a fairy dragon, as their blood looking at that fairy dragon it's a baby blue when it shimmers in light. This isn't that blood. This is an animal blood. Animal blood has more of a metallic scent to it. This comes from somebody alive, thinking, and most likely going to the school. And it doesn't seem like it was put here by the fairies. Any other information will have to have a roll, but that's what you pick up.
I would like to roll
Okay.
for perception on the room.
Absolutely.
I have a bonus action left and some movement left, and ooh.
No!
Since I already touched the blood,
It was 11.
would I be able to smear my hand in the blood? I wanna coat the end of my rope with the blood. I'm trying to get this DNA. I don't got
It's
nothing else to
not
put this blood
enough
on.
droplets to do that. Think of like as if you got a paper cut and those types of droplets. Like it's a little bit of blood, like tiny droplets. And these droplets are moving as if it's a trail. So whoever was bleeding was on the move.
And which direction does the trail lead to?
It leads further into the orchestra hall. The area that you're in now is lit by the moon outside, but deeper in is pitch black. Even with your dark vision, it is pitch black.
Oh.
So
Wow.
there is more at play than just the natural lights and darks.
I want to use the remaining of my movement to move to the closest wall to me, whatever wall I'm seeing in the hall.
Yeah, as you begin moving, you knock into the bottles at the bar, as that is where the closest wall to you would be if you're not trying to be by that glowing keyhole door.
That's not what I'm trying to get.
You can smell the rich alcohol as the scent begins lifting up into your nose from those broken bottles, and you can hear the shattering of glass, and it feels and sounds too real than what you felt and saw before.
Okay. Good.
Something different.
I'm just gonna position my person there, and then for my bonus action, I'm going to use healing word to heal myself a little.
I still have that
Okay.
aura vitality thing, so you can heal off that as a bonus action.
The what?
6 heals.
My vitality, vitality of aura and stuff. That's a bonus action for healing too.
Oh, okay, bet. And that's it for my thorn.
Bet. You gave yourself that 6? Perfect. You can hear what sounds to be laughter coming from the rooms above. And as quickly as you saw Sir Bob get terrified of you, something seems to have taken over him, and he begins running. And he leaves you all as he disappears into that deep dark.
This man's tweaking.
No.
What a tweaker.
Sir Bob, as you are running and you hear the laughter, it's not what you're running to. What you're running to sounds like soft crying, but it's not the crying that has you so terrified that it makes you run towards it. It's the voice that the crying is coming from, because never in your life have you heard Froglina sound so scared.
Oh no.
Run to
That
your
That
wife.
is...
Oh, the dark shit.
You have
Right.
no idea what you're running to. You disappeared in the dark.
Okay.
Your wisdom saving throw is too low. You're gone.
Yeah.
Wait on. You'll find out once it's your turn.
Yeah, you run to your wife.
We're not out of combat, so we're still going by a combat order.
Yeah.
You see that Ian Morn and Student are very confused about what's going on. Though Student has kind of like a look of fear on his face as he's looking around in the orchestra hall, and he is fumbling with his keys on his hip as he's trying to figure out which one will open the door. Whereas Ian Morn looks almost as if he's gearing for a fight. Whereas he never seemed interested in anything before, all of a sudden he seems determined, almost as if he is not going to die in this place. It is now Sir Bob's turn.
So, I disappeared into the darkness.
What were you gonna say?
I was like,
I disappeared into the
Oh.
darkness, right? And
Yeah, you disappeared into the darkness. Your wet feet are slapping against the marble flooring. You can hear what sounds to be like, now that you're moving through and you can hear the movements and you can hear the laughter and the giggling, it sounds like it's coming from children.
Ew. Nah, Sir Bob doesn't hate children, I feel like.
And as you are moving through and you pass by a door with the light coming through from the moon outside, you see that you are in the hallway of what looks to be classrooms.
Oh shit. Do I know which classrooms it is?
You do not. They don't look like they would be a part of a university. They look almost as if they are school, like kids' school classrooms. Little kids' school classrooms.
Oh, okay.
Chalkboards, little desks, little cubbies for shoes.
I want to try and open one of them, but I maybe not.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah, you
I've
could go into one of the rooms.
But I've also seen, but I've also seen Dora do some weird shit. like, last time I went to a door, it didn't go so well.
These doors are not closed, they're open.
Oh, okay. I thought it were closed. No, I want to go
No,
into.
you're looking into the rooms as you're passing them.
I want to go in, but I want to sneak in if that's possible.
Yeah, roll me a stealth. You no longer feel the pull making you run anymore as well now that you're in this new hallway around these classrooms.
Embarrassing. A 13.
That is enough because you didn't even need a stealth. There's nobody there. So
Oh.
you make it. So you
Well, I
crouch
didn't
down.
know.
So that's perfectly fine. So you crouch down and you make your way quietly into one of the classrooms, and you can see that the chalkboard is halfway filled out. There are school bags next to the desk. There's papers on the desk. Some of the kids were drawing on their desks, but it seems like it was in the middle of the school day, and suddenly they disappeared.
Oh, that's a bit concerning. Yeah, I wanna go up to the chalkboard and I don't wanna steal the chalk.
As you go to grab the chalk, it lifts up in front of you and starts writing on the chalkboard. And it says, "Who is thee?" Not who is there, who is thee?
Shit. I don't wanna answer it. I wanna try and grab it.
The chalkboard, not the chalkboard, but the chalk is bouncing every now and then out of your hand as if it keeps dipping down to be just in your grasp and then lifting back up, as if something is toying with you. And out of your peripheral, you see another chalk piece lift up and begin writing on the board, "Thee is a frog."
Tell me. Um,
You see the first chalkboard begin to write, "Thee is not a frog, thee can walk." The second chalkboard begins to write, and it says, "Thee is not only a frog, but he can ribbit."
A ribbit.
You see both chalks pause, and they turn as if they're facing each other before looking at you, and then simultaneously writing, "Thee is a frog."
I wanna try and grab them again.
They fall to the floor out of your grasp, and you hear two small children as if they are laughing behind you, and you can hear their feet as they run out of the classroom.
Oh,
You don't
shit.
see them. You are facing the board, but you can hear it.
Can I pick up the shark and run after them?
Absolutely. Do you want to pick up both or just one?
Both.
You pick up both and you leave the room. That is your movement and your action.
Yeah.
Azaria,
A
what would you like to
Yarmia.
do?
So I rolled perception on the room, but I got an 11. But I also want to investigate because I'm like, this has to be another. Because I rolled perception to like pick up, like, I rolled perception kind of like on everybody to see what the 5 was before Zom ran out of the room. It's like I rolled perception when Zom was tweaking off a perk and looking at us like we were fucking crazy, and to like kind of get a vibe of
Yeah.
everybody.
Unfortunately, with your 11, you don't notice anything other than the fact that something is going very wrong here. As if this is not supposed to be what the fairies are supposed to be showing you. Your knowledge of fairies, of dragon fairies specifically, you know they cannot do this. They are illusionary creatures. They cannot create something real. That is all that your history of fairies and your 11 tells you, is this is something other than the fairies, and it is actively affecting Sir Bob. Whatever it is, it has infected him, and he has disappeared.
Can I roll for investigation?
Absolutely.
Don't do me dirty, dice. Don't do me dirty. I have no idea what that landed on.
It's loading.
It's a 3!
It's a tree! Unfortunately, you don't notice anything, as everything is suspiciously dark. You're too focused on the fact that you as a drow cannot see in the dark. You're used to it. You live in the dark. You're familiar with the dark. The dark is home, and suddenly you feel like you want to be anywhere other than the dark. It feels unnatural. That's all you can notice.
Fleck. Can like, even though it's dark, as a drow, do I have dark vision? Like, I can still see the other people though. Like, everybody.
You have dark vision. So the dark is unnatural darkness, so you're not able to actually see into the orchestra cathedral, but you could see this entire reception hall with like the bar and like the seating area and the reception desk, and you can see the trophies. You can see the pillars that that are holding up the ceiling above, and the chandelier that is off. You can see the light switch that seems to have been broken, and you can see the door with the the glowing red light, and then you can see the dead fairy dragon. You can see Belfrin on her knees inspecting something, but you can't see what she's inspecting as it's a little too dark. And you can see Professor Student trying to get out, and Ian Morn trying to gear up. Those are just like your basics, what you can see, you know?
Yeah.
That has
Okay.
nothing to do with your roles.
Okay. Rough. So everyone seems to look like this is not good business.
Right.
Okay. And I still have my serpent with me. I can still see my serpent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your summoned creature is still with you.
Cool.
I
Ooh,
don't think your summon disappears until like it dies, correct?
yeah, it doesn't disappear until it hits 0 HP.
Right, yeah. That's what I thought. So yeah, your serpent's still with you.
Yeah, like, let me read up on that, actually. So it either disappears when it's 0 or when I end the spell.
Got you. Bet.
Okay, so damn. Shit. I'm thinking because I'm like, what would Azaria do in the situation? She would be concerned for Froggy Boy. Come on,
Right.
Bobby. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to figure out what Azaria would do because she's like, she just seen us lose a companion. She's like, we're not supposed to split up. She's not much help though. She's a fucking bard. She is the main character, but in background. In her own world. She's like, I'm main character vibes, but I'm a background fighter. I stay
Right.
alive so bitches can swoon after me.
So fucking funny.
She's
Like mood, but also funny.
yeah. She's like, should I go and try to find Sir Bob? But then she's like, this can't be real. We aren't in the orchestra. We fell in a hole. And she's kind of like, this feels kind of like the shed, where it was different in the shed, and then it was, and then it was a home, and the scene changed. So she's like feeling the vibes of everything. And she's like trying to decipher what she should do, and I'm struggling. She's like, if I touch the ground, I want to touch the ground, and as a cantrip, I have Identify, which is spell or magic of any object. It tells me what it's from and the properties, and it says you can choose an object that you must touch throughout casting the spell. If it is a magic item or something magic imbued, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are, and if the item was created by a spell, you learn what spell was casted.
But
So I'm going to touch the ground because everything doesn't look how it did. So she's assuming that this is magic. This is like some type of arcana.
alright. So as you touch the ground, and how do you want the spell to look like? How do you want it to give you the information? You want it to be like a visual thing, like you create like a hologram, or do you want it to be like a mental thing where it says it in your head?
Like it says it in my head. Like it's just information spewing into my brain.
All right, perfect. As you touch the rock, you can feel almost as if it is speaking through you and into your head, as it says, marble is a metamorphic rock consisting of carbonate materials that has recrystallized under the influence of heat and pressure.
Oh my god. Ugh.
So you are touching real marble, whereas the cave you were in before was not so. It was sedimentary rock.
Spell said, "Gotcha, bitch."
Gotcha, bitch. Oh my.
Well, if it was gonna be a hologram, I was gonna have like a whole fucking thing.
Ah.
It really depends on how people use the spell, because like some people use Identify as if like it is like a part of like a mechanical object, and then some people use it as if like it can go through like cell phones and stuff like that. It depends on like people, but Identify is literally just here's the knowledge.
Here is the knowledge.
Here's what you need to know.
Can I make my my summon do anything?
What do you want your summon to do?
I want them to survey the premises. Like I want them to go around and make sure that there's no enemies. Like I'm just like, do your thing, walk around. There isn't? I can't
Alright, do you want it to go into the dark, or are you just wanting it to stay in the reception area?
Oh man. I have to think. I got my
Because there's
summon.
no enemies in the reception area. You know what I mean? Or you'd see it, or I'd tell you.
You're right. This is rough.
Or I'd have it attack you, because y'all have been just standing there for too long. I could have been.
I could have been
in the reception area.
Oh no, or nor.
Please no. I'm still looking at my second character sheet in the background.
In the background. Oh my god.
I'm like, she crippling. We're back in the reception. It's over with. Frogman, Stinky Boy just left. Oh no.
Oh
Not
no.
frog bait.
Stinky boy.
Look
Oh,
at that Stinky Boy. You smell like
no.
vanilla now.
Oh, that's true.
Vanilla stinky boy.
Rogalina's gonna love it. Or I hope.
She probably will. She'd be like, "Oh my god, you babe."
Okay. Alright, I'm trying to figure out what to do. I'm like, so I guess since we're all in here and it seems like a safe area, I'm gonna talk pretty freaking loudly for everybody and ask them what we're doing. Like, what's the plan? Because we just lost Froggy.
You said that in character?
Yeah, in character.
Bet.
Like, asking everyone. Student, Ian Moore, everybody that could hear it. She said that shit pretty loud.
Do we have limited words to reply?
Yeah, you're not on restricted words right now. I mean, at all in this camp. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know, because when we're in combat, I've been sticking to the 5 words.
No, yeah,
Shit,
you're correct on the 5-word thing, but nobody else has been doing it, so I'm not forcing you to.
Oh my god, I didn't know.
I'm just gonna.
You're fine. Literally nobody else has been doing it, so I'm not forcing Blue to either.
She's gonna reply from where she is and yell out, "Survive," I guess, and hope. Damn, what does she call him?
I love it.
She can't call him Stinky. Call him Vanilla Boy. Because we have bigger problems in front of us right now.
What's the bigger problem? Stuck in a orchestra room?
Did you forget about the multiple beholders that are still possibly here, might not be here? And she's gonna point to the glowing keyhole. That's not natural. And she's gonna point to the blood on the floor. That's not natural.
Now that it's pointed out, you can all see the tiny droplets of blood that was not originally visible. Witchcraft.
Okay. Should.
There's nothing else you can do. That was your action, I believe. You have a movement, but that's it. Moon.
Okay, I'm gonna walk towards Balfrin and kind of like try to follow the blood trail. Because Froggy, I'm not much help. I mean, I could go with my serpent, but I'm just a child.
Bet. Alright.
Plus, it's like I have my circle of vitality, and it's better in groups because then everybody could use it.
Yeah. Enid, I need you to roll a DC 18 saving throw. Wisdom, please.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yep. DC 18. So you're trying to beat an 18 or higher?
Oh, and I don't have any. Oh, girl. Okay.
Ooh!
Enid, as you're standing there,
I have 9
and
health.
you're taking in all of the information that everybody is giving you, you don't know why, but they keep looking at you like you did something wrong. And you can hear them whispering about you. You're starting to get really on edge. And they're looking and laughing, and suddenly they're pointing, and you feel small. And as they're talking, you can hear them calling you a devil. You can hear them talking about your horns. You can hear how they're blaming it on you, that you're probably the reason that all this is happening to them. Of course it's the tiefling. Of course it's the child of a devil. And as you're watching them, they're pulling out weapons, and their laughter is becoming hatred. And your fear intensifies. And as everybody watches, you run, running away from them and their threats to kill you into the dark.
Womp womp.
As you are running, you can hear what sounds like children running with you. You can hear their giggles. You can hear their laughter. You can feel the brush of flesh against your hand as they pass by. And when you stop to get your breath, you are in a children's elementary school gymnasium. Empty, dark, bleachers folded up against the wall, everything put away, tidy. What do you do?
Can I make a perception roll on both?
Absolutely, you can make a perception roll.
15.
15, is there anything specifically you want to perceive, or do you want an overall?
Just kind of like an overall.
This gymnasium, as you're moving around and you're looking, you can see that it does look like it was cleaned up, but it looks like it was cleaned up recently. You can still see the bucket and the mopping of whatever janitor was cleaning it up. You can see the shimmering of the wetness of whatever chemicals was used to clean over the waxed floor. You can smell the pine, and it's almost sweet in your nostrils. And you can even hear the showers from the locker room still. But elementary schools don't have... What? Did I freeze?
No, I said being used.
Oh. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So, but children elementary schools do not have locker rooms. And yet you can hear the shower coming from one. And yet you do not see a door leading to a locker room. And as you are standing there, and the wetness of the floor seems to become more opaque, it's becoming easier and easier to see it until you realize the water's rising. What do you do?
Are there any more? Did I see any other doors in the room? Or is it?
Yeah, there's a door leading. There's an exit door that has like a big neon letters that says exit, and then that's canon now in Ewan. And then there's also neon's canon in Ewan now. Everybody write that in your notes. And
Okay. Oh my god.
and then there's another door leading further into the school.
You know what? Exit doors are always suspicious. I'm gonna go further into the school, but like, I'm gonna draw out my short sword.
All right, your feet are sloshing against the wetness of the floor now as it's beginning to build up against your boots. Luckily for you, little goth combat boots are water resistant, so look at you go.
Ooh, getting that style.
No wet socks for you.
Fuck yeah.
That shit's the worst. That shit's so bad. As you make your way through and you exit out, you realize when you open the door, the water doesn't pour out. It almost looks as if there is a barrier that the water is pressed against, and that barrier is the door frame. And you walk out into the elementary school hallway. That is your movement. And what would you like your action to be?
I'd like to slowly walk the hall, just see like
Well, that's another movement, so you have to wait until your next turn to continue walking. So your move, not your move. So you're going to be doing an action. So this is spells. This is like anything that is like if you're throwing something or you're summoning something, anything like that.
Can I see the end of the hallway?
You cannot. It is a little too dark down there, but you can see that there are open doors with moonlight shining in
Okay.
on like either side of the hallway that you can only conclude are probably like classrooms. You can still hear the shower though from the locker room, and it sounds like it's behind you now.
I have no actions that will help me at this current moment, besides possibly throwing a dart.
Yeah, you can wait on your next turn to do another movement, or you can just attempt any of the things that you have if you want to. Totally up to you.
I'll wait till my next turn.
All right. It is now Belfrin's turn. You guys just watched Enid look terrified of you guys, similar to Sir Bob before running off into the darkness. Belfrin, what do you do?
I can't see him, right? Because it's just straight up dankness.
It's
Or natural
just straight
dankness?
up darkness, so he just runs up. Yeah, it almost seems like he just runs into a black wall.
Okay. Oh. I need. Oh no, I can't do that right now. Walford wants to get out of here. Who is actively trying to get out of here? Is Student still trying to find a way out, and Ian Morn is still gearing up?
Ian Morn is like gearing up. He's like strapping on like his leather armors from his bag. Student is now trying to use his shoulder and by mere force trying to force the door open by slamming into it.
And this is the same door with the glowing keyhole?
That is correct.
Okay. And I am
I'm
by
gonna
the
grab a
wall.
water real quick.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just real parched.
No, you're
Is the other
good.
dude still with us even? The big guy.
The mascot dude?
Yeah.
He's still petrified, no? Oh no,
No.
he got fixed. He got fixed, right? The potion.
Yeah.
I guess we shall wait after.
I'm back. Also, you guys haven't seen them since the fairies started their illusion.
Probably
None of you guys just noticed. They didn't run away. You guys they just kind of disappeared inside of the fairies' illusion.
Oh.
We should have that spell.
Are we still in combat?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to ask Student. Besides it being locked, what's wrong with the door?
He stops and rubs his shoulder, kind of wincing a little, and he looks over at you and he goes, "It's not the door. It's the orchestra hall. We need to get the fuck out. Wait till sunrise, and then we can come back and get the rest."
What happens at sundown?
I don't know. I just have my suspicions this is where all the kids are going missing, and after seeing the little frog freak out, I figured we need to get the fuck out. He obviously saw something we can't, and if it is something we cannot see, I cannot protect you. And if I can't protect you, at the very least I can do is get you to safety.
And she's gonna nod her head in agreement. I'm still by the wall. You said I'm by the bar, right? Near broken bottles. And
Yeah,
stuff?
you're leaning down by the bar.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if you're leaning down anymore, but you were leaning down by the bar because the blood trail started at the bar.
Yeah, I'd be standing up by now. Damn. And it's still dark in the orchestra hall. Is there any kind of lighting in here?
There is a light switch, but it has been crushed. It seems like something large had either punched it or hit it with something.
I she's gonna agree with student, and she wants to help like get out of there. This is not the place to be trying to fight, especially things that we can't see. And she knows that the blood isn't from the fairies, so yeah, I want to use my movement to go next to student to assist with the door. And when I get over there,
All right.
I want to do an Arcana check on the keyhole. Actually, the whole door. The door as a whole. I want to do an Arcana check on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Go ahead with that Arcana check.
God damn it! I got an 8.
On an 8, the only thing that you can tell is whatever terrifying glow that house by the lake gave you with its glow, this keyhole is the same thing. And something about that tells you you cannot get that door open.
I want to suggest we try a different way. I'm gonna after I guess to everybody else it looks like I'm just like peering at the door, like looking at it, got my hand on my chin. I did my roll, and then I'm gonna look at student and be like, I think this is a lost cause and we should try other ways. I have a bad feeling about
a heavy sigh and looks, yeah. He lets out a heavy sigh, looks at you, looks at Ian Morn before looking back at you, Belfrin, and goes, The only exit is in the back of the orchestra hall. And he gestures towards the dark. And I do not want us to be going alone. So we need to find a buddy, make sure that we're sticking with that buddy. We can't keep an eye on everybody. So we need to at least try to keep an eye on a buddy.
I want to be with Ian Morn.
Yeah,
I did. She like raised her hand. She's like, I want to be with the pretty boy, because she heard what his name was.
Very confused. He's just like confused that you would automatically be like, I want him on my team.
We saw him take somebody out when he joined us. I was like, I need a big, strong man.
Am I able to do another check, another roll?
Yeah, you can. I usually have you guys cap 5 rolls in combat.
Mm-hmm.
And none of you have ever reached like 5 rolls in combat, so I've never told you, oh, no more rolls, so you're fine.
I want to do a Persepi, because when he says about the buddy system, Balfrin's going to be thinking about like, oh, where are the others? You know, the mascot, the other girl that helped him. She wants to do a Persepi check to see where are they? Like, oh, where'd they go? Are they still around? She don't know shit. She got a 6.
Not only do you not know, but you do not even remember them. None of you do.
Oh my goodness.
You don't even remember that there was somebody who... You know that there was somebody that you guys saved, but you don't remember it was Baltaurus. You don't remember going down there with Mazoga. You don't remember talking to them. You don't remember talking to them in the hallway, Azaria. You don't remember them at all. So there's no way that you could ever know that there was anybody else with you. And yet, something, Belfrin, tells you, for some reason, you just feel like your group was bigger at one point.
Yeah, she would, as a character, man, and I'm burning my fucking inspiration, and I'm re-rolling a Persepi, because she's just, after that roll, she's gonna stand there looking confused, like, you know that look when you walk in a room and you forget what the fuck you walked in there for? That's how she looks.
No,
me when I go to the kitchen.
Exactly.
It's like, I know we all came down here for... God damn, she got a fucking... I got it now, what? She got a 4. Oh my god, she just can't remember for shit. She can't...
You, unfortunately, all you know is you have a weird ache deep in your stomach, in your gut, that you know that you need to trust, that tells you that your group was bigger, and you can't remember how or why or who was with you, but you know there was more people. Belfrin does not forget a person.
She's looking visibly
there were
confused
people
right now. And she's just rubbing her temple like, I'm looking like I forgot something. She's looking confused right now.
To anybody other than this sun elf, being confused is normal in this situation. Sun elves have impeccable memory, though. Is there anything else that you want to do with your turn?
I do. I want to make. Oh wait, shit! Can I even do that?
That 4 was really mean, especially since you burned an inspo for it.
Yeah. It's just like it wasn't meant to be, you know? Not today.
Yeah.
Since I'm near a bar, I'm just gonna grab like whatever fully intact bottle, and I want to use that and imbue it with a light. A light that's gonna shine 5 feet around it, and
Absolutely.
I want to have my mage hand carrying that bottle next to me. That's what I wanted to do. Because I don't know if we're about to move. I need light.
Yeah. It is now Azaria's turn. Technically, it's Ian Morn and Student's, but Student is gonna stay with Belfren, and because Ian Morn was already claimed.
Yeah.
Ian Morn's gonna make his way over to you, Azaria, and he's pulling out of like his multiple pockets in his pants different daggers and is holding it out to you.
She's gonna like look at them and like kind of look back at him and be like, shrug and take them. She's like, okay, a birthday present. Thanks. She doesn't say that, but that's what she's thinking. She's like, that's so nice. I'll take those.
So cute.
She's like smiling like, I love presents.
He's over here trying to make sure that he's like, alright, she has weapons, she'll be fine.
She has a rapier and what else? She's got weapons.
Yeah, but sometimes you need some sharp to throw sometimes, you know?
Yeah, how many do I have? Because then I can just add it. Because I have a dagger.
Now have 4. You have 4 daggers, so added 4 daggers. These daggers are fun, though, because don't touch the blade, please. They are enchanted as stabbing the whoever gets stabbed with the daggers or gets slashed or anything like that takes lightning damage.
Okay.
And the tips of them glow like a little iridescent blue.
Let's go. All right. So, she remembers how when she went on that triple date, they had said that I sounded like Ian Morn, and that's one of the reasons why she wanted to group up with him.
Right.
But the other reason was because when he entered, he just fucking took out somebody, and she was like, aha! Let's group. Carry me, prince. Somebody's gotta have a back brace.
He's just socially awkward is all. He's real strong. He's really intelligent. He's just socially awkward.
She's gonna introduce herself because she knows that he doesn't know who she is. She's like, I'm Azaria. This is Sweetie. And she kind of points to her summon. This is Sweetie.
He nods at the summon and then looks at Azaria and goes, oh, I know we have a class together.
I know, but we never actually introduced each other. So.
Right, yeah. And I didn't see your name on your papers or anything.
That sounded so sarcastic, like he actually did. He's like, that's so funny. She's gonna start giggling because she's like, I know you fucking did. That's so funny. She's in character. Not that fucking rancid like I just did, but oh my god. She's giggling. She's like, that's hilarious.
He looks confused why you're laughing, and he just kind of looks at Professor Student before looking back at you, and he goes, No, I was serious.
Okay.
I sit behind you. I'm sorry. Ian Morn. He holds out his hand, and it's a little sweaty, and it's scarred.
She is gonna shake his hand, with like a firm grasp, kind of like, you know how when you shake hands with a man and he gives you that firm grasp, almost as like he's like, they say that it's like
I
respect.
hate that.
They say it's like respect.
ain't.
I know.
It ain't. I like pointing it out because they get real nervous when you point it out. It's like, why are you hurting my hand?
Why are you hurting my hand?
Why are you hurting my hand? That's not nice. Rude. He returns the grip. It doesn't seem to bother him.
Well, she wasn't doing it as intimidating. She's like, I'm strong. We got this.
I'm just replying. I'm just replying to like that. I'm just describing the handshake.
She's
Hey,
like,
it's 420 over here.
let's go. She's like, I may not be an amazing fighter, but we've got this.
Yeah.
We have got this.
Yeah.
Plus, we've got a bonus fighter. I think Sweetie's pretty good. Sweetie's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to. I'm gonna. Oh wait. I imbued the
Yeah.
bottle.
What do you want to do?
I'm just.
Who's talking to me?
Blue.
Oh, what's up, Blue? What you need?
I'm gonna infuse my sickle. Since we
Alright,
still in
hold on
combat
to
or
it.
whatever.
Yeah,
And-
hold on to actually infusing it on your turn, but that is a-okay with me.
Okay, bet. I just wanted to put returning weapon on it.
Yeah,
That's what I'm gonna
absolutely.
infuse
You
it
can
with.
do that.
Bet.
So.
Sir Bob. It is Sir Bob's turn. And then y'all will be going into that shadow area.
God.
Teehee. Sir Bob, you now have 2 chalks in your hand, and you are in the classroom. What are you wanting to do?
I have a crazy idea. Are there windows in the classroom?
There are windows in the classroom, but they look like they have bars on them.
There's what are the windows made of? Are they made of glass?
They are made of glass.
I wanna shatter one of the windows.
Alright, you absolutely do. That is your action, though.
Oh, okay. Because my plan was to shatter the...
Okay, but you shatter one of the glasses. What do you want to do with that glass plane that is now shattered?
I wanted to call for my bird.
Smart. Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, I call for my dumbass seagull. But I've named him Smartass.
You watch. You can feel the Arcana resonance coming between you and the bird as you call for it, and you know that it's coming. It takes about a few minutes before you see it flying towards you every now and then dipping down. Because it's just tired and lazy as seagulls are. And then you see it stop and attack a woman down below for her fries. Ignoring you for a little bit as it's ignoring you for a little bit as it's chewing on her fries after she ran off, picking at its feathers, looking around as if it's going, oh yeah, I got something to do, and it starts flying off again, and it reaches your window and flies into the room before crash landing on a desk, knocking some papers down.
I'm gonna look at it disappointed and shake my head.
He's gonna look at you very proud.
I give him a little pat on the head.
He closes his eyes and leans into it.
Well, no, at least I know that the bird can get here, right? So For that assumption, I'm gonna assume that we're not like down in the hole. Really, there's something going on there down here. So I wanna roll an Arcana on like the area.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll an Arcana.
That's an 11.
The only thing I could tell you from that 11 is you do sense some type of magic, but you don't know what it is. And it doesn't seem to be coming from the room. It seems to be coming from you.
Yeah, I'm magical.
I love that's the takeaway.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah, I guess I don't really have anything else I can think of doing.
You have movement.
Yeah, I hope my fucking bird goes with me, but I wanna walk out of the classroom.
Are you gonna carry your bird?
Yeah, yeah. Even though it's probably bigger
Alright.
than you, right?
No, I mean you're not actually frog sized.
The grunks are still small.
Yeah, but you're like the size that Prickles was.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. But yeah, I'm carrying it under my arm, but like I'm probably dragging its 3 feet a little bit or something.
Oh yeah, it's definitely dragging its feet on the ground a little.
Yeah, yeah, but because I'm keeping that fucker with me.
Alright, you make it out into the hallway, and where you saw some of the cubbies nicely placed together. Now when you enter the hallway, it's a mess. There's shoes and book bags and papers and pencils and some stuffed animals everywhere, all over the hallway. And you can hear children giggling before you see a door down the hall slam shut.
I'm gonna.
And your seagull looks up at you and shakes its head.
I'll nod at the seagull and I'll walk towards the door. I don't know if I can get to the door with my movement that I still have, but I'll want to walk as close as possible at least.
Yeah, you get kind of close. I would say you get like halfway to the door.
Yeah.
It is now Enid's turn.
Yay! Alright. I would like to also roll for Arcana.
Absolutely.
Alright. Got a 15.
15. You don't know how or when, but a teleportation spell has been used on you.
Oh, I've been transported. Okay, do rolling count, like, those things count as actions, or?
No, you get 5 rolls for each combat turn.
Okay,
So you get 5 free rolls.
out of my own anxiety, could I use wholeness of body, which is once per long rest, you can gain 18 HP with this.
Absolutely, go ahead.
Because I have 9 HP, and I didn't realize I had it until just now.
I knew you had it this entire time. That sounds ominous. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Not real ominous. I apologize for that.
I'd like to roll an investigation of like the hallways.
All right, so that I believe was a spell, correct?
It's considered an action.
Yeah, I was asking if it was a spell or a cantrip. So I can write it in my notes.
It doesn't list as either a spell or a cantrip. It just says it's an action. Just like
Alright, I'll just write down as an action. As a basic action, I guess.
basic action, yeah.
Alright. Alright, so now you have movement.
Okay.
So in the hallway there is two sets of double doors on your left side, and those doors open up into a cafeteria. And there are trays on the table. There's food that's still steaming coming from the lunch line. And there's book bags, and there's clutter around, making it seem like people were just there. On the other end, you see is a faculty closet for like janitors. And then further down, you see an opening as you are moving down the hall. You see an opening that opens up to this larger area, and you can kind of make out what looks to be doors that exit the school. There's more in that opening area, but that's all you can see from the hallway that you're in.
Can I go into the cafeteria?
You can absolutely go into the cafeteria. You can smell the food in the cafeteria. It smells like it was pizza day for these kids.
Disgusting. I hate pizza.
I love pizza day. How dare you?
I hate pizza so much.
Pizza day was the best.
Reaction. There was something that. Okay. Can I roll investigation of like the cafeteria?
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything seems eerily weird. Okay. 8. I got an 8.
In 8, you see nothing except for a bit in the distance, underneath the tables, in like the shadow darkness of underneath the tables, you can see 2 pairs of eyes looking at you. And they look to be coming from small beings, probably childlike.
You know what, guys? That's still terrifying. Respectfully.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah, that's terrifying. That's exactly
like in character.
Yeah, in character, monotone voice. That's
You hear one of the kids begin to speak, and then shortly after the other one speaking, as if they're finishing each other's sentences, and their conversation goes, "Do you see? He's a tiefling. A tiefling he is not, but a tiefling that he is. Look, his horns in his skin. But a tiefling he is not. Look, he has a tail. Oh, a tail, I see. A tiefling that he is a tiefling."
period. Oh shit! Wait, that's not. You are correct. Monotone as ever, but you are correct.
A tiefling who is here. A tiefling, but why? Why is a tiefling here in the school? A tiefling in disguise? No, it can't be her. But if it is, Mrs. Donahue? Maybe. But it couldn't be, but it is.
Where is here?
Here is the school where children learn. We are the children, we learn here in the school. You are a child. Now that you are in the school, you will learn. Learn as we do. For we are the children who learn in the school.
Down to learn in the school, where the school... I can't do your cool tricks, but could I get the name of the school?
The school is not here. The school is not there. The school is everywhere, but not at all. If the school was alive, but also dead, would the school be even here at all? Here at the school, we learn. We do. Here at the school, we thrive. But you won't learn. No, you won't, because here, you'll die. And their eyes disappear.
Oh.
I wrote all these down, by the way, before D&D started.
Oh, fine.
A little spooky.
I'm good at this shit. You hear footsteps, but do not see them, and hear giggling and laughter from children.
Ooh. That won't work. Can I do like an not investigation, like a perception to see where like the giggling's coming from? Like
you don't need to roll it. You don't need to roll it, as I can tell you, it is coming from everywhere, all around you at once.
Ooh, that's terrifying. Okay. I don't think I have any movements left.
You do not, nor an action. That is your turn.
Okay.
Sorry about the creepy cafeteria.
No, we're scared children.
Children are scary. I love making children scary in my D&D campaigns. They're fun. It is now Balfrin's turn.
Oh yeah.
Back in the sanctity of the reception area.
Well, for my action now, I'm going to infuse my weapon. I was gonna do my sickle, but I can't do that. That's not legal. I'm gonna infuse my dagger with returning weapon for my
All right.
action.
You do so. What would you like to do for your movement?
Um,
You're with Professor Student, so where you go, he goes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't want to take the lead. I'm gonna let Student take the lead since he want to be all protector. I'm just here for support. So I
Love
want
it. All
to.
right.
Oh wait, no, that's a fucking action. That's not a bonus action. Yeah, I'm done.
Student not seeing that you are going first and not seeing that and seeing the mess that Ian Bourne is making of himself. he pulls one of his rifles off of his back and he loads up the bullets before closing the chamber, and he looks at you, nodding as if making sure that you are ready before he walks into the blackness.
I'm gonna nod and brandish my dagger and follow behind with my
As
mage hand light.
Oh, continue, sorry. Inside the light, it seems almost as if you're walking in black smoke, as everything around you is darkness. The only thing that you're able to see is each other. And as you are walking, your footsteps begin to sound different, going from sounding as if they're walking on the stone marbling to walking on waxed wood. And then you begin to hear children giggling.
Oh. I'm gonna be looking at Student, see his reaction if he heard that too. Does he look like he heard that?
Yeah, he's tensed up. He's looking around. He has a hand back towards you in case he needs to grab you at any time to move you out of the way. As you guys are moving forward, the blackness almost dissipates, and it's staying behind you, similar to how it was when you were in the reception area, just staying on that one area as if it's a wall, and you are now standing in an elementary school hallway. This hallway, though, is different than the other hallways. This hallway has kindergarten classrooms on either side of it. And you can hear music coming from a music box, and it sounds like a nursery rhyme coming from one of the rooms.
I'm gonna hold on to Student. Like, he put his hand back, I'm gonna reassure him, and I'm gonna grab onto the back of his shirt. Like, I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. I'm here.
You see Student is like, he's, at the end of the day, he's just a white boy. His hand that was reaching back at you starts fumbling and grabs your hand, holding it in a tight grip as he's like pulling you closer to him.
It could have been me.
Can I, move my mage hand towards the sound, or is that an action?
Your mage hand, I would consider moving your mage hand as a bonus action as long as your mage hand doesn't grab anything.
No, because it's still holding that bottle infused with the light, so.
Yeah, so as long as your mage hand doesn't interact with anything, it can move.
Okay, bet. Then I want to.
And then we'll just count that as your mage hand's turn, because
Bet.
all summons have their own turns.
I want to do that, though, when we hear the music box. Like, I want to move it as close as I can towards the sound.
As it moves and it gets closer and it stops in the hallway in the middle of two doors, you can see the shadow of your mage hand. There's a shadow of what looks to be a teacher moving back and forth in front of a whiteboard. You can't see the person, but just their shadow. And you can hear the scritching now of chalk on the board. But you can't hear the voice of whoever's talking, if they're talking at all, as all you can hear is the music box.
Ugh. Do we see what they're writing?
You do not. You're too far back. That was all of your movement.
Okay, bet. Oh.
But you do have your roles, and you have, you can talk to student.
Can I do would it be a history to see if I'm familiar with the tune? The music, the song?
Absolutely.
I got a 16.
It is an old version of Wheels on a Bus, which you would know as Wheels on a Carriage.
Okay, so I know it's playing a nursery. Okay, bid. Which makes sense. We are in elementary school. I'm gonna ask student, do you know where we are? Do you know what school this is?
I have no idea what the school is, but I did detect Arcana, and something brought us here from the hole. And he's like looking around, talking to you quietly, worried that somebody could listen in. He doesn't know what's going on. And I hate saying it, but I kind of miss our little beholder friends. At least them I know how to kill.
She's gonna do a little chuckle at that. Because she too would be missing that combat instead of this. I already used an action, Roy, for this turn. Did I use an action? That was my bonus action with the mage hand.
Yeah, use your bonus action. I don't think you used your action for this turn. Oh wait, yes you did. You infused the light for your mage hand.
Okay, bet.
Yeah. So that's all you can do this turn. Besides your rolls and talking, I guess.
Yeah. The role that I would like to do. He said that something brought us here. I want to do another history check. What would Balford know in terms of like what would be able to bring us here? Because it wasn't the fairy dragons. And from the blood before, she knows it's a magical person.
Right.
So she wants to do a history check just to like rack her brain of like
history check on the person or history check on the place that you're in?
History check on the person. What magical people would she know of that would be able to do a teleport?
The spell is it's a very high level wizard or sorcerer spell.
Okay, so she would at least know that much without the role, like knowing it would have to be some kind of wizard.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been a student who did it.
Okay. With that, she would ask student, is there anybody, do you know of a teacher powerful enough to just move a group of people?
Yeah, half the fucking staff.
That doesn't really sum up the fucking...
It does not. And with all the students that have been going missing, I need to definitely keep my eye on you and your little frog friend, so while we're in here, we need to find him first.
Ooh, he says that, and for my last check, she wants to do an investigation. Did we go in the direction that he ran off to?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say frog friend. I meant to say the tiefling. My bad.
Ah, damn. Well,
it's supposed to be Belfrin. It's supposed to be Belfrin and Enid, because you guys are the poor kids.
But are we going in the direction that in the darkness direction that they ran off to?
Sir Bob, Enid is on the same floor as you guys, just in a different hallway, whereas Sir Bob is on the floor above you. So he's on the second floor.
Okay.
He's where the second graders through fourth graders are, and the fifth graders are on the third floor.
She would still think about Sir Bob though when he says that. Even if he said Enid, she would think about that. She'd be like, "Oh yeah, stinky vanilla boy." She wants to do an investigation or perception.
Also,
She wants to roll. She's trying to smell. Do I smell him? What do I smell? She wants to roll specifically for is there any smell, not for him specifically. Does she smell anything in here? So what would that be?
Wait, you want to smell him or just a smell?
A smell.
Okay, because I was gonna say, are you gonna sniff this man?
No. Do I smell anything out of ordinary in this room?
All right, let me see what that roll be. A 14. You can smell decay, but it doesn't look like anything is decaying in here.
That's nasty. I'm gonna look real
This
confused.
school doesn't look abandoned at all. It just looks like the school during the nighttime.
Do you smell that?
No, I can't smell anything.
Oh.
Long story, fight with the dragon, I'll talk about it later.
Oh, she's gonna raise her eyebrows. I don't know if you see that, but she's look visibly interested, but she's gonna leave it at that. That's
You're like behind him. So like he has like his arm is behind him and it's holding yours to keep you behind him, because whatever is in front of you guys, he wants it to attack him first. So he's just like he is unable to look behind him to look at you.
That's it for my turn. I can't use my bonus. Yeah, that's it for me.
Alright. It is Azaria's turn. And Ian Morn, you guys watched them go off into the black. They didn't seem like they were under a spell or possessed or anything like that like the other two. They seemed determined and ready to go. Ian Morn looks at you and then moves over to the black before holding out a hand to make sure that you guys didn't get lost in whatever you're about to enter.
She takes his hand and let me look at my... She's like, it's dark, but it's fake darkness. Never mind. I forgot that I still have drugs. That's so funny. I just go through my inventory. Drugs.
Drugs.
Ugh, that's so funny. Anyways, she's gonna walk down the hall with him following and kind of she's gonna make it try to sound like it's a normal conversation for this type of
Did you take his hand?
Yeah, she did.
Okay, when you take his hand, he whips out a pair of handcuffs and handcuffs your wrists together.
Freaky. I usually go on dates before, cuffing myself to somebody. But, if you like moving fast, I can get down with it.
You saying that to him?
Yeah.
He looks at you and looks at the handcuffs looking puzzled before, recollection coming over his face, and he looks up and he goes, oh, no, right now, though, we, just in case whatever is ahead tries to rip us apart and our hands slip, we can't get away from each other. You're really interesting. And I don't know if that's good or bad yet, but interesting indeed. Very interesting. I didn't know Drow spoke like this to people. Except for other Drow. It's refreshing, I suppose. I'm used to you not liking my kind.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to take over for my family. I traveled the world for a couple of years, so it really helps you grow out of a, how does one say, closed-minded family generational trauma buildup.
You're a new student, right?
Yeah.
I have a question for you, if you don't mind.
I have a lot of questions for you, too. But go ahead.
Have you drank anything at any of the parties?
No. I did steal one of their liquor bottles so we can light this bitch up on fire if we need to.
Did you eat anything in the town?
I actually haven't been to the town yet. I haven't gone to town yet.
Aside from the coffee shop, I mean.
I haven't gone into town, actually.
He leans closer to you and almost quietly he goes, "Have you seen the lake house?"
See, there is a funny story about that. I was gonna ask you if you had been inside the lake house.
Consuming things on campus makes people forget, for some reason, the things that are happening on campus.
Have you been into the lake house?
Yeah, I went with Galdul, but he thought I was weird afterwards and hasn't really hung out with me ever since.
I also went in there with Galdul and oh my god, where's my notes?
Latoris!
Latoris and Latoris. Thank you. And they said I sounded just like you when we stepped back onto the grounds. And so I've been looking for you.
They were together. They fucking hate each other.
It was a weird date. That'll never happen again.
Smart on your end, at the very least.
Yeah, they have some beef. I think they fight over women. Like, I don't mind being fought over, but it was like, we're in college, not middle school.
They have a very strange dynamic. I have, $50 on if they'll fuck before they graduate or not.
I will put money on that. I will put money on that. I think they have a little love gay boy dynamic going on. I think they're lovers on the low. I think they're just jealous of each other and don't realize. Closeted, maybe.
There's plenty of that, by the way. There's plenty of, off-the-books lovers. Take Professor Student, by the way. Him and Dr. Omi have been together for years.
Do they both know that? Like, I don't feel like it has to be off the books. They're adults.
I mean, they live together.
Oh my god. What about you, off the books?
Off the books, people think I'm too weird at this school to give me a shot. I keep talking about the red glow. Freaks people out. And then your frog friend keeps trying to steal from me.
Oh.
That's also weird. So I don't think he likes me either.
No, he's just weird. And I don't think he's good at being communicative. He's weird. I think he's suspicious of everybody. I'm gonna be real. It's really entertaining though. We had a door fight where we just kept slamming the door in front of each other. It was entertaining at the least.
As you guys continue walking, you continue talking, almost bonding, if you will. It's kind of refreshing to have somebody who doesn't automatically think you're nuts. Azaria.
I'm like, he's not a bot. I love it here.
Here. And he gives me daggers.
Yeah, he gave me daggers.
As you guys are walking, you exit on a hallway and you can hear not children laughing, but wet footsteps.
Ew. That's what we can hear?
That's what you can hear.
I'm gonna roll perception. Wait, should it be perception or investigation?
You choose. Because investigation is looking around for things. It's actually investigating. A perception is taking in the environment.
Alright, perception. I want to know what those fucking soggy things are. I got a 14.
It sounds, the footsteps keep going and then stopping suddenly, and then you can hear as if it starts moving away before stopping and then coming back. Whatever it is seems indecisive. The footsteps sound uneven as they sometimes quicken and then slow down, and you can hear the sound of what you think is a seagull.
Oh my god. I know who has a fucking seagull.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah. I know as
Sir Bob, you hear Azaria on the other end of the hallway.
I am running towards her, and I'm holding the seagull like up over my head while I run.
You like how I did that transition because it's Sir Bob's turn?
Yeah.
Tee.
I'm so good at it or whatever.
I'm winning.
Azari, you watch as Sir Bob. You watch as Sir Bob runs to you. Sir Bob, you see Azaria is handcuffed to Ian Morn, and they're standing in the hallway. Behind Azaria, instead of a black wall, you see a staircase leading to the third floor. And now, Azaria, you can hear the running and the laughter of children.
First off, I didn't hear that before. I'm looking at this fucking frog. I'm like, first off, what did you bring to us? What is that? What is that?
I could call my bird. We're like not in the tunnels. So that's good. I think. I hope so. I think it's my bird.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And I got the shock.
Do you have rope? I think I'm now in a committed relationship as I've been cuffed to this man, but I think it's a good idea if we, like,
I
kind
do
of
have
give you a
rope,
leash.
But I don't really want to be involved with your dynamic. I am engaged.
That's not what I'm talking about, Froggy boy. I'm talking about so we don't get snatched away from each other. I think that we should lasso you like a dog.
But I am.
I have another pair of handcuffs.
All right, you want to get cuffed?
No.
Oh my god. This isn't negotiable. Do you want to get stolen like a child in the night? You're like 4 foot nothing.
I am tall enough for a grung. Thank you very much.
I'm just saying that if we're all linked, there's a possibility that you won't die. What do you say? Where is your fiance? And I'm like looking around. Like I have not seen her with you in a long time.
Yeah, we kind of got separated when before I fell into the whole hole and stuff. And where's the big guy?
What big guy?
Big guy, the dude that was a stone, and then he wasn't a stone. The dude that ate my hand.
Can I roll for history to see if I realize what the fuck he's talking about? Because when she rolled, you said that we didn't remember anybody. Can I roll for history?
Yeah. Go ahead and try to roll. Yeah.
No. Nope, I'm sorry. I got a 5.
You don't remember. You don't even remember that somebody was a stone. You don't remember anything aside from falling into the hole and seeing Prickles.
Prickles?
Not Prickles, sorry, Bob. Damn it!
Froggy, I don't know what you've been eating down here. I suggest you stop. Like, I don't remember anything of what you're talking about. There was, like, I don't know. I don't think that professor student's fat. So, kind of rude for you to just throw him out there as a big guy. He seems kind of average. Don't shame people. We're not here to shame people.
Laughing.
You can't just go around calling everybody big. Everybody's got names.
I wanna roll. I wanna roll an insight. Sorry, more and see if
absolutely.
Really is. Oh shit! Where is it? There it is. I roll 17.
They don't remember anything of what you're talking about. They have no recollection of anything that you're describing. And the longer you think about it, the more the image becomes hazy. You can remember there was somebody who was a stone, and you can remember that they ate your hand, but you don't remember anything other than that.
Okay. I'll use some of my rope, and because I have rope, I looked in my inventory. I have rope, and I'll tie my hand to the seagull, like his feet, so if he flies, he'll be a balloon. I don't know.
My God.
I'm like watching him do this. Like, what the fuck?
He gets on the floor next to you, and he kind of looks up at you, upset that there's now a rope around his foot.
I'll give him a look like he has to have to deal with it. It's me or those two, basically.
It's me or the ghost. As you guys are talking Sir Bob, you feel somebody tug really hard on your wrist, making you fall to the floor, but there was nobody there.
Ew.
I wanna roll another Arcana, cause
Absolutely.
I can't see it. It must be some weird shit. It's a 14.
You don't know exactly what it is, but you know that it is, it's invisible. You can't see it. But you know about invisibility spells. You're a fucking rogue. Of course you know about invisibility. And you know that touching something and interacting with something would end the invisibility. So it's past just this person using a spell, and it's more so the creature itself is invisible.
We got Ghost. There's Ghost.
Don't say that to me.
Or at the very least, don't remember seeing it.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. What if
Are
I
you
don't remember?
Are you telling me there's ghosts right now?
Yeah. I'll just.
There are ghosts in D&D. There are ghosts in D&D.
Fuck. Yeah. I'm gonna. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Well, that's great because we are gonna go on our 10-minute break,
Yeah, I'll figure it
and
out.
when we come back, we'll be back with Enid, giving Sir Bob plenty of time to figure out what the fuck to do. See you guys in 10 minutes.
I said we're back.
I know I'm drinking water.
I was
so
like,
sorry. I was drinking water.
I was like, oh my.
Guzzling so hard. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a good break. Shit, where were we? Oh yeah, it's Enid's turn. Enid, you're in the cafeteria, and there are laughter coming from all around you. And you no longer see the eyes of what belong to what you think were children. What do you do?
Well, I want to know that if I see one of those kids, I'm kicking them in the face.
Oh my god.
I don't really need anything from the cafeteria. I kind of already did a perception check, just looked everywhere. I'm gonna go back out to the hallway.
Alright.
And
I think I'm gonna end your combat for right now since nobody's fighting.
slowly make my way down the hall.
Alright. As you are making your way down the hall, you see the open janitorial closet. You can see the wet droplets of whoever was in there when they were making the mop water that was used in the gymnasium. As you continue walking, you make it out into like this large opening, and on the floor is painted on the wood you see is the exact same symbol of your university.
1 plus 1 is 1 and
1 plus 1 is 11. So
sorry. Can I kind of like roll a history on the school, like any like past rumors I've ever heard?
Absolutely, you can roll a history on the school.
Be like, let me try to add some stuff together, and I got a 6.
You don't know anything about the school, at least about this elementary school. All of your knowledge about the university you don't remember it ever associating with an elementary school.
Sounds about right.
You see around you there is glass doors that are leading out, and it is a dense fog outside. You're not really able to make out any scenery. There is an office to your left, and then to your right is a hallway that leads to the kindergarten. The kindergartners, the first graders and kindergartners. And then near the office, you see a stairwell more towards the back of where you're at, the way that it's angled. And it's going up to the second floor.
I'll check my inventory real quick. I can't see down that hallway, right? Like, it's too dark.
It's too, like, you can see a little bit, but it's too dark, as there's no lights and it's nighttime.
Okay. Okay. I want to pull out my torch, but not light it. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
I think I already used my movement.
No, you're out of combat. You're chill.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. I want to. I'll
Yeah.
let the go down the hallway.
You're gonna light the torch?
Yeah. Give myself a little bit more.
Okay. Blue, at the end of the hallway, you can see far in the distance light appear. Not light coming from your mage hand, but another light. And you can hear new footsteps on the waxed wooden flooring.
I'm just gonna have my mage hand move from in front of us and like position it behind us, and I'm gonna shake Student's hand because I'm imagining he's still holding my hand. Like, you see that?
He nods, focusing the barrel of his rifle towards the light, and you guys can now hear what sounds to be an older woman humming with the nursery rhyme before the doors begin slamming shut and opening repeatedly, quickly.
Ooh, brother, I don't like that. I don't like that. I want to hide. God.
When you turn around, the black wall that was once there that you entered from is gone. Instead, you see... Let's get there real quick. You got it.
I'm gonna get shot. I can feel it.
Okay. Behind me, no black wall.
Yeah, so there's no black wall. Instead, you see the wall that matches the... You got this.
Okay. Just wait like 5 seconds. If it rains again, I swear to God. I swear to God. Okay, you were saying? I'm sorry.
Now I'm dying. Hold on.
I think that might be Joe coming back home.
Alright. So, behind you is just a normal wall that matches the rest of the walls that take up the elementary school kindergarten hallway. Except for you see painted on there is the school crest. Though it doesn't look like an elementary school crest you've ever seen. It looks like your university school crest. It doesn't look like it was recently painted on. It looks like it's part of the architecture.
Okay, that's gonna make Balfrin think that there's
You're
still
using big words tonight, fam.
somewhere on the school grounds. That's what she's gonna assume, seeing the crest. God, but that light's coming towards us.
Enid, you hear the sound of a rifle echoing through the hallway, beginning to lock a bullet in.
Balfrin she's gonna see that, think we're trapped, and I'm assuming Student's watching the light in front of us, like watching ahead. Student's
cocking the gun. He's ready to shoot whatever it is.
I am going to hide us because I don't know what that shit is, and she wants to do rope trick and pull her and Student inside of it. So that's what she's gonna do. She's like, I'm trying to think how she play this out. She's gonna say, I think we're trapped, but let's get the jump on whoever that is coming our way. And she's gonna say that, and then the rope around her waist, she's gonna take it, and she's gonna do the same thing. She's gonna put it between her hands, pull it, and you're gonna see it do its thing. It's gonna, stand straight up or whatever, and while holding on to Student, she's gonna back up butt first into the portal, pulling him with her. Yeah, and then we're gonna wait for whatever the fuck is coming our way. Because we can see out, we just can't, you know. You know? Yeah. That's what she's doing.
I can just see Enid walking down the hall.
Sorry, I was fucking muted. Yeah, I'm getting ready to describe it. So, as you guys slide in, and you're hiding, and the doors are still slamming like crazy, Enid, you hear none of this. Aside from that rifle cocking, you don't hear the door slamming. You don't hear the music box. In fact, when you're walking down the hallway, you see nothing but Balfrin's rope in the air as it's standing, and all of the classroom doors are closed.
If I get shot by some little kid, I swear to God. I swear. That is in character, by the way. That is what he's mumbling to himself.
Balfrin, you hear Enid mumbling this.
But I just hear Enid.
Yeah,
I
as
hear what
Enid
Enid
begins
says.
talking. Yeah, as Enid begins talking. Sorry, I was putting a chicken nugget in my mouth. As Enid begins talking, the doors all slam shut, and it becomes eerily quiet. No more music box, and you can only hear Enid's mumbling.
I'm gonna assume Stugan hears that too. And
He does.
I'm just you're Enid's probably gonna see if they're looking at my rope. You're just gonna see my hand come out of nowhere from above the rope, and you're gonna see me reach down and pull the other end of the rope into the and just into nothing.
What the fuck?
Look like my skin tone hand. You don't know. It's just a hand.
I'm about to 180 this bitch. Enid throws the torch at where the rope was.
How far are you?
Enid, as you throw the torch, and right as the fire starts flickering before it goes out, where the rope once was, you see two pairs of dead feet belonging to small children barefoot. Before you can look past the ankles of what looks to be mold growing on their feet, on their skin, the torch goes out.
Oh, fuck no.
And you begin to hear giggling. This time, Belfrin, you hear giggling too.
About to light me up another torch.
She's gonna be real confused because all she hears is a mumble rap Enid, and then she hears cheerins, giggling. She's not gonna know what the hell is going on. To be honest, she's probably gonna assume that mumbling Enid was a fake. Like that's just a part of this whole shit that's going on.
That's fair. That's a fair thing to think.
Until she sees evidence that it's our Enid, she's like, whatever that light is coming this way.
Besides him throwing a torch.
Mm-hmm. But when Enid threw the torch, would we have seen like a glimpse, like that was Enid throwing the torch?
You would have
dark,
seen.
right?
Yeah, you would have seen the light flash on Enid's face, as he threw the torch, and as it landed next to you, you can see not the figures, but the shadows casted off of two children standing next to where you entered the rope.
Oh hell!
So it could have been him throwing the torch at you or the kids.
Okay, if I saw a torch coming from what looks like Enid's face towards some nasty kids' feet, she would just assume that he was throwing it at the kids. And boy, I'm trying to see if I can I cannot do that. But what I can do is damn. Okay, I can't do that. So she's gonna stick her head out. I don't know what students doing all this, but she's gonna stick her head out, and because she saw Enid's face, and she's gonna poke her head out and be like, "Quick,
He's
Enid."
like reaching forward, trying to stop you. He still he doesn't know what to think.
I guess if he's trying to stop me, I'm like, I think that's Enid. There's something out there with him.
Hearing that, he's also trying to get out. He's like, "Oh, we gotta get that boy."
So we trying to get out. You can get out there if you want to.
Ah, children.
That was canon. Balford mumbling, I was canon. Like, oh. Well, we need to get out. You can go out if you want to.
Enid, you watch after Belfrin poked out her head, almost seemingly in that same space of nothingness, the student begins crawling out.
I can picture that. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I guess how high it is off the ground, it's like imagining us trying to slip off a bunk bed.
That's so fucking funny. I love it.
Where the ladder space is, but there's no ladder.
Okay. Right now.
After student exit, he points at you, Enid, and he goes, "Right, you. Into the rope. Let's go."
How do I know it's you?
What do you want from me to prove it?
Make something.
I thought you were gonna say make
Makes-
out with me. I was like, wow.
You played with me before. If he did that, I would have been
Balfrin's gonna interrupt and stick her head out. No, we don't have time for this. Do you want to go back to see baby or not?
Period. Okay. You know what? Proven. You know who baby was. Let's go. That's all I needed. All right, I'll follow them.
After you stick your head out, Belfrin, you feel what feels like two pairs of small hands grasp around your throat, the closest to your skull, and they yank you out of your rope. And Enid and student watch as you, Balfrin, are dragged across the floor.
No! I'm so sorry.
They continue dragging you, and you watch as a door opens before they pull you inside of the classroom that was having the music and the shadow of the woman before it slams shut.
Oh my god. Man. Just gave y'all a free portal.
Stairs. You guys still hear the children laughing and giggling. And this time, Azara, you too are feeling somebody tug on you.
Tug on me?
They're tugging on you, like they're grabbing your wrist and pulling at it.
Like, in what kind of manner? Like, how does it feel? I'm just gonna roll perception.
You know how like a small child would grab onto like an adult's wrist or hand and try to hang off of it?
Yeah.
Like it's playful, like it's not malicious.
Like, it's not trying to be like, follow me, but it's like, oh, look, a fucking person.
Yeah, exactly. They're more like, it's not like they're fucking with you, but they're playing with you.
Okay. Blah, 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 blah.
Meanwhile, I get Randy Orton over you.
Can I... I'm gonna lift my arm like they're tugging on it, so I imagine they've got a pretty good grasp on it, and I'm gonna lift it up like it's a monkey bar for them. Like, I'm just like, okay.
Now keep in mind, Only Moon sees this, alright?
Okay.
Alright. So as you lift up whatever's taking off of you, moving it closer to your eyesight, you can see the hands of a dead child grasping your wrist as you pull it up. And you can see a child whose eyes have been gouged out. And they are laughing and giggling as they're kicking their feet and moving as if they're swinging from your wrist before they stop and they look at you. A drow. And then you hear another one coming from behind you. A drow she is. A drow not in the dark. A drow that should be in the dark. A drow in the light. A drow unusual. A drow who does not take claim. A drow who refuses to take claim. Is she even a drow? But look at her skin. Her skin is so dark, but others are dark. Look at this one. This one is dark, but no, not this one. This is a drow. A drow that she is. Her hair is white. Her hair is fair. Her hair is the moon. A drow she is. And in almost as if in the same action of breathing, the feeling of the hands on your wrist disappear, as does your visual on them, as if they just went invisible in front of you. And you can hear the children as if they're skipping and laughing and singing, moving down the hall as they're repeating, a drow she is, a drow she is.
I'm gonna look at Sir Bob and Ian Moore and see if they noticed or if they're just looking like not shit just happened.
Ian Moore is just confused why you're holding your arm up.
Same.
On some scary movie type shit, I see dead people.
Ian Moore like looks at your now handcuffed wrists and he goes, "Please don't say that while you're handcuffed to me."
Are you stuck with crazy?
You literally just said that this place was haunted. You literally said that there was ghosts. She's looking at him stank face, looking at Sir Bob.
I didn't say that there were ghosts. I said like ghosts.
No, Sir Bob earlier said that he's like, there's ghosts. There's ghosts in this school.
Oh yeah, Sir Bob did say that there's ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at you and then looks at Sir Bob and he just goes, "Look, whatever you guys are seeing and experiencing, I'm not. So, if it was ghosts, wouldn't we all see the signs? Or is it just in our heads?"
That's what I'm saying. That's why she's crazy and you're stuck with her.
Didn't you smell like shit and piss earlier?
Sir Bob. Wait, what?
I said, didn't you smell like shit and piss earlier?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Smells great now.
Yeah, I smell fucking fantastic. Thank you very much.
He looks at Mr. Bob and he's like, "The least person I would trust is you, as you have done nothing but try to put your sticky little fingers in my pockets."
No, I was looking for my keys.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I just imagine when he says that, Ian Morton's like wiggling his fingers like they're sticky. He's like,
He was. He absolutely was.
oh my god. I am, I would like to roll a perception to see if or maybe it'd be an investigation. I'm not sure which one it is, but I want to see if I hear or smell or notice like anything that would indicate that where the others are, or if there's like a way, like she just wants to get everything.
You can hear Belferin downstairs probably screaming as she gets dragged across the kindergarten hall.
That's great. That's fucking great. Jesus. I'm still gonna roll a perception.
Almost like in the moment that you're like taking a moment to try to take in the sounds and smells of everything, you can suddenly hear the harsh scream of Belfrin.
Oh, I got a 13. Oh my
Aside
god.
from the scream from Belfrin, you can see on the walls, high up, it wouldn't be in your normal eyesight, you have to look up to see it. There's something large in this school, and the only reason you know that is because their claws had dug into the walls.
Could I roll a history to see if I would know what that is from?
Unfortunately, from just claw marks alone, even a nat 20 would not help you in this situation.
No. Do they look fresh? Like, do they look like
It
they?
is unfortunately too dark and too high to see. All you notice with that 13, hun, is,
Oh,
is
shit.
there are something big that clawed that area.
Great. That's great. That's fucking great. That's fucking great. Well. Alright, I guess I'll just chat with them. So, I think everybody else is down below us. We need to get out of here, and I'm gonna kind of like, I don't wanna make it known. Like, part of her is like, making it known that you know things just makes things worse. It's kind of like when you see shadow people and you make it known that you see them, it doesn't go well.
Yeah, that's how you get a needle in your brain.
Lobotomy.
Scrapey.
Oh my
Sorry,
gosh.
that was not nice.
She's gonna with the hand with the hand that's cuffed to Ian Morn, she's gonna like just barely tug at it and point up to the ceiling. Like she doesn't want to make it known like out loud and stuff that she sees claw marks, but she wants to make it known that we're not alone in this school.
His eyes move up and he squeezes your hand as if like silently like affirming that he sees it before not knowing if he does it on purpose or not. At least Azaria wouldn't know if he does it on purpose or not. He does pull you closer as he begins moving down the hall at because he knows better to just stay right there.
Azaria's like, oh my god, this is like a first date. We're moving really fast. This is my boyfriend. She's like, I think we're a thing now. She's like fucking delusional. She's like, this is cute. This date is way better than my one with the with the fucking elf and the dragon. She's like, this is a way better.
Our delusional king, and just be nice to me, and I'll fall in love with you.
She's like, oh my god, this is a way better date. I had to like make that man invisible just for him to stay around me, but we're like on the brink of death, and he's like, get closer to me, baby. She's like, I love it here.
He's just a really good buddy in the buddy system.
She doesn't know that. She's like, She's like, I had to clean up men who looked like they were gonna cry when we were about to die.
That is so fucking funny. Sir Bob, are you going with Ian Morn and Azaria?
Yeah.
Alright. As you guys are making your way down the hall, you can see the mage hand that is still holding the light that is still sitting there. That is on the other side of the kindergarten hallway. But inside one of the kindergarten rooms, we find Belfrin, who was being pulled, but the moment that those doors close, was let go. You do not see anybody or anything else in this classroom, but you can hear almost as if like children are like giggling and shushing each other, trying to stay quiet.
Ew.
What do you do, best friend?
Stand up and try to collect myself. God damn. Where am I standing in regards, like, to the room?
You are pretty close to the door, because they let you go the moment the door closed.
What kind of door is this?
It's your typical wooden door that you would find.
What kind of handle does it have?
It's an iron handle.
Is there, like, a hole in the door, like a keyhole?
There is not. There doesn't seem to be like a lock for the door at all.
Gonna try it anyway. It's probably locked, but I want to use my mage hand to try and turn the handle. See if it's locked.
From the other side?
From my side.
Or are you gonna re-summon it in the room?
Oh, because it's still summoned? It didn't get canceled when I got fucking dragged?
It did not.
Well, if it's on that side, then yeah. I'm just trying to see if the door's unlocked, so...
Yeah. So it moves over, putting the makeshift light on the ground before you watch as the door handle jiggles, but nothing happens.
Okay. Ooh. Is there an opening under the door? Like, you said to put the light on the ground, right? So, like, would I see the light coming from under the door? If there is an opening under the door? Door's locked. I'm about to just fucking scream. Like, somebody help me!
Somebody help me! I'm fucking scared!
Door's locked. Well, I tried. Help!
Gives up on all the other options and just starts screaming. And we're just like, oh man, what happened to the buddy system? Everybody's dead. That's what everybody's gonna say. What happened to the buddy system?
My buddy left the comfort of me and my portal.
You got yeeted.
I'm curious. My internet, like, there's something going on with the internet over here. Like, the entire apartment's internet went out.
Oh no.
I had to join off my phone. Hi.
Hi.
So if I sound different.
It's
Alright,
okay.
where were we? What were we doing? Because we're still D&Ding.
My mage hand tried to jiggle the doorknob. It didn't work. And I was asking, is there an opening under the door? Because when I put the light down, do I see the light from under the door? Or is there no opening?
Yeah, there's like a little crack. I would say it's about half an inch.
Oh, okay. So that tells me we're still on the same fucking... What kind of door is this? Is this a metal door?
Nope, it's just your ordinary elementary school wooden door.
I want to do an Arcana check on it.
Alright. I can't see it though, so you're gonna have to tell me what you roll.
15.
It is just an ordinary wooden door.
I want to try and... Oh man, I'm gonna look at my inventory real quick. Hold on. I want to try and break the door if I can. And I want to use my... Ooh, I still have these on, bet. Before they fucking break, I got my knuckles on. I want to try and break this door before it... Maybe this will give it a nice break. I want to do that. And...
Alright.
Wait, is this a same turn thing that I can do? Okay, yeah, I can do it in the same turn. Okay. Does it have to be a specific weapon? Melee attack against future object? Okay, I want to use... It's a regular wooden door, so I want to use green flame on my knuckles.
Alright.
And I want to use that to punch the door, try and break this door. And I want to see if that makes any effect on it. So, does a 12 hit the door?
It does
That
not.
was the wrong fucking spell. I did chill touch, that is not... Oh, I don't have to hit. I don't have to roll to hit. I just do it. Okay. 5 flame damage on the door.
You watch as you punch the door with your green flame fist, but it does nothing. It doesn't even singe the wood.
Okay, my Arcana check was definitely a fail. Okay.
The Arcana check wasn't a fail. Don't worry.
Okay. This must be a tough door. Or it's just not flammable. I'm gonna yell. Balfrin's gonna yell. She's gonna... wait, do I have... I don't. But she's gonna yell, top of her lungs. Come get me.
You all can hear Balfrin yelling this. What do you guys do?
Can I hear it from, like, outside the door, or is she, like, somewhere else now?
Yeah, you hear it from outside the door. She's still in that... She went into that kindergarten door. She did not teleport anywhere else. She's on the same hallway as you.
Okay, just checking.
No, you're good. I'm just trying to clarify it in case, like, anybody else is, like, confused when they're trying to get to the area.
And you'd probably see my makeshift light in front of the door.
Yeah. And the mage hand is, like, hovering there.
Oh my gosh. Mau Mau. I think Azaria would... she's like, oh my gosh. She's gonna be like holding hands. She's fucking... She's a flirt as fuck. This is her flirting. But she wants to get to Balfrin. She's gonna lock hands, like her fingers in between Ian Morn's. She'd be like, we're dating. And she's gonna start booking it. She's like looking back at
him before running.
What?
Did she say that to him before just taking off?
Yeah, she says it quietly, but it was like a statement. She's like, we're dating, and she just starts running towards Balfrin.
He's like with her because he has no other choice. They are handcuffed together and they're holding hands.
I'm running after.
Yeah, as he's running with her, he's like, oh, we should at least know each other first.
We basically already do. We're cuffed.
I love how he says that. You're the one that cuffed me first, Spooky.
Yeah, you're the one who cuffed me. You're the one who made this official. She's like, you're the one who did this to us. We're official because of you.
Is this like cultural in like the drow customs?
Is it?
You can definitely say yes. This bitch don't know. He rolled low on intelligence.
I'll say, yeah, something like that.
I do try to honor other people's customs, so we could give it a shot. I'll try not to handcuff any more drows.
Yeah, don't let me catching you do that. She's like, I'm crazy. We're booking it. We're still booking it. She's like,
Worm's like, yeah. Worm's like, yeah.
Yeah, we're crazy. We're crazy. She knows. She's like, yeah, you better not cuff anybody else. I will literally Molotov your home.
Wild. Yeah, but me too, but in real life.
But in real life.
I hear all this and I try to outrun them a little bit. Cause I'm like, fuck these two. You weirdos.
You fucking weirdos. Oh my god, are we racing?
Yeah.
As you're running,
What?
you pass by a second grader classroom and you can see Froglina on the floor bleeding.
Oh no, I'm turning. I'm running now.
Do I notice that?
The moment you do not see it, and the moment that Sir Bob enters the room, the door slams shut.
Do I hear that?
You hear you hear the door slamming shut, but you do not see Froglina or anything like that.
No, I meant like
Yeah,
when I
it's
asked,
my
I
door.
wondered if I saw him like go towards that. Like, did I see him back
Oh, yeah,
off?
You saw him like make a complete beeline to that room before that door slammed shut.
I would stop. I would be like, whoa. I would stop running. I imagine that I'm running since I'm in the lead. I imagine I'd stop running and Ian Morn would run into me, but like into my chest on some like movie shit.
He's behind you though. That doesn't make sense physically.
Okay,
You want him to
physics
dry
don't
hump
make
your
sense. How
butt
about this?
from the
How about
back?
this?
I just
Let
imagine.
me describe something for you and see if it flutters your fanny. All right.
I love fluttering my fanny.
You stop abruptly. Ian Moore, not having time to stop himself, slams into your back as your feet kind of collide together. And he stumbles a bit before catching his balance. Seeing you tear over, he moves his hands under your waist and pulls you back against him to keep you from falling. How about that?
Swooning. We love it here. It's a spooky romance.
It makes sense physically, so I'll take it. Goodness. Belforin, inside the room, and you're screaming for help, you can hear chairs moving behind you. 2 specifically, before hearing somebody sit down.
Hell nah. The chair. The chair closest to me, whichever chair, I'm gonna step out of the way and I'm going to catapult that towards the door.
It breaks upon hitting the door.
God damn it. Well, they both take 17. I don't know if that door takes damage, but 17 bludgeoning damage. Both the chair and the door.
No, absolutely. It definitely could if it would.
I'm going to move away from whoever the fuck sat down. Whichever corner of the room that is. I'm moving away from it. Like my back. I'm
can
facing the noise and backing away from it.
Yeah, you can hear children giggling as if they find whatever you're doing funny. And you hear the chairs moving again before now hearing bare feet slapping against the waxed wooden flooring.
Do I see anything in this room? In this classroom?
Do you want to?
No.
Do you? The question is, do you
What kind of fucking?
I'm trying to see, are there any exits in this room besides the locked door? Like, is there a vent on the ceiling?
There are windows behind you, and there is a vent above the whiteboard in the wall.
Do the windows go somewhere else? Like, do they go outside?
Doors on the outside of them. They're glass windows, so they have doors on the outside of them.
Yeah, shit. All right. I'm going. Can I? How high is the ceiling?
I'd say 8 feet.
Bet. And you said there's a vent above the whiteboard. Is there a desk?
There is.
Like
There is.
an aisle or
The
something?
teacher's desk is right in front of the whiteboard, along with her rolly chair. Or his rolly chair. Whoever taught that class, I guess.
I'm gonna go over there. And I'm assuming the desk is higher than the chair.
Yeah.
I wanna. Is the desk already under the vent, or do I need to reposition it?
You would have to move it against the whiteboard.
How far is that?
About 4 feet away.
Oh, okay, bet. Can I do a strength way to try and push it towards the wall, the board?
Bet.
Would that be a strength or athletics?
It would be a strength.
God damn it! I got a 10.
As you, I'll make it fun for you. As you begin pushing the desk, you make it about halfway before suddenly you feel force, as if like something's pushing against it. And as you look, you see the smiling faces of 2 dead children with their eyes gouged out, and they're in what looks to be school dress coded type clothing, as if it's a private school, but they're not wearing any shoes.
Hell nah. She would jump back immediately and yell out a scream loud enough for whoever in the vicinity to hear.
You
And
see that they both like frown and cover their ears before almost they went invisible.
you said they cover their ears and go invisible in front of me? Uh, she wants to roll a performance. And she wants to start trying to sing because she saw them frowning and they went invisible. So she's like, she's gonna scream into singing because she's like, ow. She wants to do the lullaby that she was hearing.
They become visible again, still on that same side of the desk, and now they're smiling.
Got a 13 on that performance.
Yeah, they like it.
But I'm gonna keep doing that, and I'm singing at a volume loud enough.
I got 3 bars.
Oh shit! I'm gonna be singing at a volume loud enough that hopefully, if somebody's on the other side of the door, that they could hear it. And I want to start climbing on top of the desk, still singing. I'm trying to get to that vent. I'm trying to jump to get to that vent.
They absolutely can hear you. All of a sudden, you hear Valfrin go from screaming to singing a creepy lullaby. Whatever's happening inside that door is strange.
Quirky.
Dead kids, not my recipe for fun.
Valfrin, as you are moving the desk and you're trying to get closer and you're climbing on the desk and you seem to have eased the kids at least away from leaving the desk alone. They are watching what you're doing, and before they notice that you're trying to get into the vent, and then they start pushing the desk away from it.
Okay. I'm gonna stop trying to reach for the vent, and oh god, like, because she's thinking like she's gotta leave, right? So what if she just tries to entice the kids to want to leave? You know, make her leave the room with them type shit. So she's gonna stop reaching for the vent, and she's gonna bend down on the desk and reach for. How is she gonna make them do that? She's gonna squat down and reach down towards whichever kid is closer to her. Like she's gonna extend her hand out.
Your hand is basically in the middle as they're standing side by side. Now that you're squatting and you're looking at them, you notice that these boys are twins. They're the exact same age, exact same haircut, same hairstyle. Even the way that their top 2 buttons are unbuttoned and their ties are slightly ajar. They are absolutely identical. And they begin speaking to you. Elf she is, son of she, no, not sun, she is not bright, but is she warm, not warm, but is she gold, she is gold, so sun she is, so sun she will be. Sun beats moon, there is a drow in the hall, sun in the drow, Mrs. Donahue must know. And they vanish in front of you.
Can I roll a history for Miss Donna? What I know of a Miss Donna?
Donahue, I don't know if it caught the hue part, but absolutely you can roll a history.
18.
18, the only Mrs. Donahue that you know of that has any correlation with the University of Carmarthen is that she was once dean or headmistress of one of the schools way, way in the past.
Okay. I want to do a.
Before you roll anything, yeah, but one quick second. Before you roll anything, Enid, as you are approaching the door with Student, the door unlocks and you can hear it, though there is no locking mechanism, and it slowly swings open, showing Belfrin on top of the desk. You can still roll your Percepi if you want. You're still in the room.
I don't know if it'd be a Percepi or a medicine, but when she could see the twins, their eyes, she would want to look at how they were gouged out. Like, did it look neat, like this was like surgically done, or did it look like they were through something brutal?
Yeah.
I don't know if that'd be a
Absolutely.
medicine or like a percepi.
Probably a medicine. I would give that one a medicine.
A 12.
12, the only thing that I can tell you is it looks like they were removed by large talons.
Noted.
Upstairs, kneeling next to the bleeding and dying body of Froglina is Sir Bob. She is unconscious, though her breathing is labored. And every time she breathes a little too deeply, you see her face wince.
Can I roll medicine?
You can.
Preach, choir boy.
A 16, whatever had attacked her, she fought it. This is the only reason why she's still alive. And whatever this creature is, it had long talons or nails. And it was ripping into her, shredding her.
Shit. I wanna try and pick her up.
As you move to pick her up, you hear something fall behind you. You turn your head back and you see that one of the chalks on the that was on the whiteboard had fallen to the ground. Looking back at Froglina, you see a doll instead. And almost as if it was pulled by a wire, it starts laughing at you.
I punch it in the face.
Oh my god! You shatter the doll's face, but it doesn't stop laughing.
I punch it again.
It's almost like out of
The
context.
dwarf slowly... Oh, go ahead.
It's almost like out of context. It's like, it's sweet because it's like, you're not my fiance. Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, well, I got scared. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Let's punch it.
As he is punching the laughing doll, the door slowly swings open, and Azaria, you and Ian Morn walk in and watch as Sir Bob is punching Froglina.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I would be like, I would start screaming at you. I'd be like, Sir Bob, what the fuck are you doing? Stop punching your fucking fiance! And I would like run over and just start yanking him off of her, dragging this man with me.
When you turn Sir Bob off, you also see the now destroyed doll.
Oh my god. I would like, I think she'd take a step back and she'd be like, first off, that was domestic violence, and also doll assault?
Doll assault?
Doll assault. She looks super confused. She's like, I almost unfriended you.
Can I send a message with my bird?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll be like, I'll tell it to send, to Froglina and to tell her to just stay home and be safe.
As your bird takes the message and flies off, you guys can hear scratching on the whiteboard behind you. When you all turn, the chalk drops as on the board repeatedly in all fonts and different size letters is the words H and A, as whatever it is laughing at you, all three of you.
I'll take my shock and I'll like draw a question mark on the thingy.
On the whiteboard?
Oh shit, it's a whiteboard. Yeah. Oh fuck. Yeah. Fuck.
It's not a blackboard this time. It's a whiteboard.
I'll do it. I'll scratch it in with my dagger.
You watch as the board looks as if it's being wiped clean in an area, and then it's written small, almost as if it's just for you to see, and it says, "Don't turn around."
I'll be like, you should turn around.
While you're staring at the whiteboard,
Yeah.
I am like looking at you cockeyed at the back of your frog head. Like, what is, like, I'm staring at you like when people say, "What is bro yapping about?" What, can I roll an insight on this man? Like, why are you possessed? Like, why did you just tell me to turn around and you're not even, like, you're just staring at a whiteboard?
So fucking funny.
I'm rolling an insight.
What'd you get?
I got a 13.
All you know is he is not possessed. At least not this time.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna look at Ian Morn and I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna turn around. And I'm gonna like slowly.
Are you the only one that turns around? I know Ian Moore is gonna also turn around, but so you also turn around.
No, I don't turn around.
You don't know what is back there, Sir Bob. But all you know is suddenly you can hear Morn and Azaria screaming like they've never screamed before they run out. Azaria,
Yeah.
you don't even remember any of this. Sir Bob, all you see or all you hear is Zarya and Ian Morn running out, screaming a scream you've never heard before. Though for Zarya, the last thing you remember is telling Ian Morn that you were going to turn around. And then suddenly, you're on the first floor in that main room where the office is and all the halls lead from. And you are drenched in sweat and your heart is beating faster than it ever has before, and you can feel the remnants of fear, but you don't remember what made you so afraid.
Was so traumatized that I put it in the vault in my brain.
What would you guys like to do, Sir Bob and Azaria?
I'm no longer near you, right?
I wanna.
No, but he can follow.
I don't wanna fall. I wanna take the dagger and I wanna like carve in Y.
You see that all it writes back is Mrs. Donahue.
And I'm gonna carve who.
It does not respond.
Close my little froggy eyes and walk out of there.
Oh my god.
Sir Bob, you come down after Zarya and Ian Morn, about like, I would say a few minutes after they come running out, and you enter the main room with them, where you all three can see the university school crest painted on the floor in the middle of this room.
Does it look old?
It does not. No. Like, it looks like it's been there for a few years, but it doesn't look like it's a part of an abandoned area.
Interesting. I'm gonna roll a perception on the area to see if there's like any exit doors.
I wanna.
There is the glass exit door that leads out of the school, and the outside though has a dense fog, so you can't really see anything in the outside.
I got a 14. I rolled anyways.
That's fine. There's also the office, which, you know, would have like the nurse's room and like the guidance counselor and the receptionist and the principal and stuff.
I would like to go into that office.
All right.
I want
You
to look
enter
around.
the offices.
Yeah, I want to see if there's like name tags or pictures or something to identify like who worked the school here, who went like who attended the school when it was in session and who worked here.
Right.
When I
As you're
roll.
looking around, you see a lot of you don't gotta roll, I'm just giving you some key notes in the reception area. Let me give you information before you guys decide you want to roll.
I'm sorry.
Alright, so as you're looking around, you see some papers on the receptionist desk, and it is dated for 200 years in the past.
Whoa. Who lives 200 years?
Lots of people.
I know, but I'm thinking about who she knows that would still go to, who might attend the university or work there now, who would have been, who is still, might have been here during this time. She big.
Joe Duel is, I think, 2,000 years old. 2,600 something.
Interesting. Yeah, but he's a bot. I gotta take him outside the school grounds and stuff and give him the old whirly durly, see if he remembers anything.
Goodness. That's really dirty.
Can I like? Is there a desk at in the secretary room?
I mean, there's the receptionist desk, which it has the papers that I was describing to you on.
Yeah.
But there's a vice principal desk and there's a principal's desk.
I want to
And
go
then
to
there's
the
like the
principal's
guidance
desk.
counselor's office, which the guidance counselor would have a desk, and then the nurses usually have a desk.
Ooh, I think I'd go to the guidance counselors and see, because like usually guidance counselors and principals have like files of their students, or just like notes, just information.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'd go into the which one's closest, the principals or the counselors?
Probably the counselors.
I think I'd go in there first and look and see if I could find any files on people while I'm just dragging this man along. We're holding hands. I'm like, sorry, I'm dragging you. We're
doesn't mind.
investigating. We're investigating.
Sir Bob, are you also going, or are you going to your own lonesome?
I want to, but first of all I want to roll an Arcana on the fog outside if I also see that.
Bet.
It's obscuring vision, right?
Yes.
Oh, mood.
On a 7, it looks totally real.
Yeah,
Just
so
looks
bad
foggy outside?
weather. Why are
Yeah,
you
it's just a
going in
dense
there with
fog.
me? Just walk out. And I'll like follow her, but I'm like talking really loud.
Can I too roll a Arcana?
Absolutely. You guys can hear Sir Bob, his voice echoing in the halls, by the way.
I'm gonna respond to him, but not so loudly. And be like,
Oh my god, a 9!
Oh gosh.
You got a what?
A 9.
9.
The fog looks real.
The fog looks real.
It's fogging.
It's a real fog.
We can
No,
just
crazy
walk
about that fog.
outside.
Yeah, walk
Yeah.
You absolutely
outside.
can go breathe that in if you want to.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that fog outside. You should do it.
You should do it.
Yeah, I should.
Oh my
Walking
god.
towards the fucking door.
Are you?
I'll just walk towards it. I'm not saying I'm walking out of it.
I got my DM notes ready.
I am contemplating it. I just haven't
What?
taken an active decision yet.
We could have a fun time.
I
Put
don't
it
know
like
about that one,
that. I'm just gonna. I wanna roll a perception on it. I wanna look a little bit close.
Let me know what you got.
I got a 15.
It looks to be of a barrier of some kind.
Oh my god, Dark Souls.
But you don't know if it's supposed to be keeping something out or keeping something in.
Yeah. I'll walk away from the door. I'll be like, yeah, we probably shouldn't go outside.
Let's see.
Oh, you know it gets me thinking because I really want to, but I.
I'm just an instigator naturally. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Balfrin's gonna ask out loud. So I imagine you're still around, Azaria. I'm gonna be like, does anybody
Yeah,
know
they're like they're not too far away from you, and Enid is right outside. Well, Enid is now in the doorway with students.
Okay, bet. I want to ask out loud for everybody here to hear. Did this school happen to be built near a giant creature, or
Can I roll history when I
You
hear her say that?
can, but giant creature would mean something to somebody here, Azaria.
I'm rolling for history.
I
mouth
got a
wall?
5. I got a nat 1.
Damn, you know nothing. You don't even. You're like, what kind of creature would even be in a school? Schools are boring.
Yeah.
I
You'd rather
almost
be here.
got a good roll.
On 18.
I got an 8.
For your 8, you also don't know any monsters that would be in a school. For an 18, there are a lot of monsters who prey on young, innocent children.
Keeping it broad.
Yeah, I am.
Wait.
It's not like y'all know what monster it is anyway. Y'all are all new players. This is just for the people at home.
What? Okay, so as far as we can tell, we are in some elementary school, the university that has some elementary shit in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but we can still, from all that, can our characters still assume that we're still on the grounds, on campus grounds somewhere?
I mean, it's not a dumb conclusion to come up with, for sure. Like, it is safe to conclude that. But with that fog outside, kind of hard to see where you are in general.
Azaria already thinks that there was once an elementary school and they just rebuilt a university over it because it became too dangerous for children, but not dangerous enough for adults. Cause she's like, the school crest was on the ground. We were in the goddamn orchestra
Give yourself
room.
an inspiration.
Let's go. We were in
Give
the
yourself
orchestra.
inspiration.
Thanks. It's like we were in the orchestra, so she's over here like, that's why she's looking for things. That's why she's investigating the principals and the counselor. She's like, there has to be somebody who went to this school before it was a university. And if not, there's probably somebody in town who went to this school.
And that's why Balfrin wants to know if we're on the grounds, because she's remembering her fucking demon druggie on the ground somewhere, and I'm like, are they affected by this? Where's demon friend when you need demon brother?
He said he can only be summoned if there's a pentagon, or like a pentacle.
Yeah, but she would be thinking more along the lines of, if they're still on campus grounds or whatever, can she even contact, if she were? That's if they're on the grounds.
Yeah, you know that. Well, you don't know, Belfriend, that Sir Bob's bird works, but you could still try. But Sir Bob's bird does work.
Because I haven't seen your seagull, right?
No.
But she sees that there's a window with some fog, though. She doesn't want her bird to be in that fog, because actually, I take that back, because she thinks it's natural fog. I take that back.
Everybody thinks it's natural fog.
She thinks it's natural fog. She is gonna call her bird.
Alright. Are you guys wanting to go into the office with Azaria and them, or are you guys wanting to keep the party split?
Hey,
Also, we got 10 more minutes to today's session.
I don't want to split the party.
Yeah, I want to
I
go
wanna get my
into
bird.
the office, even though I really want to go out to the fog. No, I don't really.
I also want to go out. Kind of curious about.
So, Enid and Balfrin hearing Azaria and Sir Bob talking, you guys make your way to the head office. And as you enter, you see Zaria making her way into the guidance counselor office. The guidance counselor office is pretty normal for an elementary school. There's some toys for the kids to play with. There's a little dollhouse in the corner. There's a nice little two-seater love seat. There's a desk and a chair. And there is what looks to be a basket with fresh snacks like apples and stuff.
Oh my god, fresh.
I'll take an apple.
I'm not taking that after what Ian Morn said.
When you pick up the apple, it's just a normal apple, just a normal little sweet red apple.
I'll pocket it.
Bet. I'm writing it down. You got it.
Oh no!
Because it's not just a normal apple.
What would you like to do, Azaria?
I want to investigate through all the files and cabinets and see if I can find any paperwork on children, on the kids, on the people that went to this school.
I want to help.
You want to help?
All right. Roll an investigation for me, and then you will get, because there's a help action, you'll get to roll twice with advantage.
All right, because I got a 2.
So you get to roll again.
What are these rolls?
What are these rolls today?
What'd you get on your second roll?
Stop, I got a 4.
Oh my god.
No.
The only thing that you see going through all of the folders and files is there seems to be something that keeps drawing your attention back to it, and it's a file that doesn't have any names on it. In fact, the names were whited out with whiteout ink, and the only thing written on it is the twins.
Wow.
No, I don't notice that, right?
No, it's just Azaria, because she's right next to the desk.
Can I read? It doesn't say. Does it say anything on it? Like if I were to examine it?
Yeah, I'm just telling you what the name of the, I'm just letting you know what the top of the folder says. Like, if you want to open it.
Yeah, she's opening it.
All right. Gotta sit up.
Gotta sit up.
All right, so when you open it up, you find that these, the file is pretty thick. These boys are always getting in trouble. They're always pulling pranks on their teachers and whatnot. They're constantly in and out of either detention or the guidance counselor's office. There's detail about, like, their family life, finding out that they live with their grandparent as their mother left when they were young and their father died in a coal mining accident. You find out that they keep talking about this woman named Mrs. Donahue that the school has no record of.
Oh.
And the guidance counselor has in quotations that she thinks it's their imaginary friend.
I'm gonna show this to Ian Morn and be like, have you ever heard of an imaginary friend with such a sophisticated name as Mrs. Donahue?
I used to have a imaginary friend named Butler Bubbles, so not too surprising with the child.
Oh, wow.
Bubbles sounds more childlike for an imaginary friend.
Butler Bubbles.
Butler. My apologies. Can't forget he was a special lad. But Donahue.
Who's Donahue?
Exactly. Who is Donahue? That's what we're asking.
So it's
Where did
believed,
you say? Where did you hear the name Donahue?
I'm just imagining you're walking up into the guidance counselor unbeknownst to anybody and just like, where'd you hear that name?
Oh my god.
Like some kind of fucking spy movie or something.
Like it says that in this file that these twin boys, they were talking about a Donahue. And it says that it's their imaginary friend, but what child thinks of a Donahue? Like, Bubbles? Realistic for a kid. For an imaginary friend?
You.
Realistic. Snickerbottom? Realistic. Silly, goofy, quirky names. Not a last name that sounds real. Charles. Charles is a realistic last name. Silly, goofy last names or first name.
But what if Donna wasn't actually an imaginary friend and was actually real and used to work at this school?
They have no record anywhere, unless we can find it in the principal's office if you want to go investigate that. But
There's no records here, but if you're, I don't know, in a position of power where you can happen to erase records or move records, especially if you used to be the dean of a school.
They're in the walls.
You guys, I have a question because it's about time for us to end session. You guys want to play for another hour, or do you want to wait until next week?
Dang, what if it gets really good and we end on a cliffhanger? I don't want to end on a cliffhanger. I'm sensitive.
I also would not like to end on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, we're already ending on a cliffhanger.
But it's not that suspenseful. like when we ended Beast Within Us and stuff, that was a suspenseful cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot you guys got hit with the fucking missile.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I have dreams about it.
Somebody over here thought they could drive.
I'm a professional gangster, certified.
And I got this girl's parents killed by some
You're just missing fingers, and then Mavis is missing his jaw or some shit.
I said we should help. And everybody else had other plans that led to one thing, and they died.
So are we stopping this session here, or are we continuing?
I'm fine with stopping after this encounter. Or
All right.
this moment.
Okay.
All right.
All right, continue the scene so we can end.
Yeah. Okay, so
I just told you guys that Donna was possibly a dean.
So if I was a dean or a vice principal, there would be an office. And if I wanted to wipe files, or not so much wipe but hide them, I'd either burn them or I'd hide them somewhere, like in a vent or in the walls or under a floorboard. That's what I would do.
Magically hide them.
Or magically hide them. The real question is, why the fuck are we here?
Can I roll a history to try and jog my memory of why the fuck are we down here? Anyway?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I also want to roll something. I want to roll, yeah.
I got a 13.
A 13. The last thing you remember is impaling that fairy dragon.
We were fighting the beholders and the dragons.
I'm not asking how we got here. I'm asking why we're here. Out of all people, why are we in an elementary school?
My teacher pushed me down a hole.
This bitch.
Would Ballfriend remember before we came down the hole with the files and us being circled? Like, would she remember that, or would I?
You would, yes. You'll remember that.
We specifically, and I say that gesturing to myself. Are you with us, Enid?
Yeah.
Myself and Enid, we aren't financially privileged like some people. So why are you guys here? And she says that, like, eyeing Azaria and Ian Morton.
Do I remember
Azaria,
when we were here?
Ian Morton raises his hands and he's like, hey, look, I'm here on a fucking scholarship and I work to pay for my school books at the cafe, so I don't know why I'm here.
I'm
Welcome to the
like...
club when he says that. Welcome to the club.
Azaria's like... She, like, takes it kind of as, like, a sting. Like, she's like, it's not my fault that I... She doesn't say this, but she's like, kind of dodging it. She's like, I didn't ask to grow up in a privileged household. Listen. Let's be real.
Look at this, sorry, I like...
Good is trying to leave the head office. Now that you guys are having this conversation, he's like, maybe maybe fighting a monster is not that bad. Maybe I'll disappear.
Maybe.
Can I grab the wrist? Be like, nope.
You do so, and you feel almost as if you are burnt, but with cold. And when you look down, you see that you're not holding his wrist, but you're holding one of the dead children's arms.
I want to kick the child.
What the fuck?
You kick the child. After you kick the child, you hear above you, as like coming from the third floor, something large waking up.
All of us?
Yeah.
I am heading toward
That
the door.
That scared me. Okay, that was self-defense.
Are you saying that out loud?
Are you behind us, Enid?
I was trying to. Yeah, I am.
I just want to know if we would see Enid just kick the air. Like, would we see that?
So you don't see Enid kick the air. You see Enid kick a child. You see Enid kick the dead child.
Oh,
It was visible for all of you.
Oh my
I'm gonna
god.
run to that kid, especially after hearing the rumbling upstairs. Like,
After it was kicked, all you saw after it landed was it frown before slowly looking angry. And then you hear multiple children voices going, "Miss Donahue will make you pay for that," before it disappears.
I am running to the door.
that's my cue.
Like-
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Fuck this. I don't want to
We're
be here
leaving the
anymore.
floor where the fog is.
yeah.
I am. Yeah. Fuck. Like.
No.
Are we by a window?
Sir Bob opens the door as it was not locked, but the moment the fog touches his skin, it begins to sizzle and blister as if he had been dropped into acidity.
Hell no.
And your entire body just begins to envelop in this acid blistering bubbles, and as they pop, it spreads more of the acid over your body, and it is excruciating.
Oh no.
You can hear Professor Student scream before turning around, and you don't remember Professor Student going into the office with you. You don't know if you remember him going into the school with you. And as you sit and you think about Professor Student, you don't remember ever having a Professor Student. And that's today's session.
Oh, stranger danger.
On a cliffhanger. Just like,
On a
Yeah,
cliffhanger.
because you said it. You said something, so I was like, fine, I'm gonna give you a cliffhanger.
Oh my god.
I hope you guys all have a great rest of your weeks. We'll see you next week for more of University at Carmarthen.
Man, let's go to 8 o'clock.
Bye everybody. Have a great night.
Bye.